Come on! Welcome to the Top 4 podcast. My name is Peter. I'm an Arsenal FC fan. I'm joined by Oscar, a Chelsea fan.
Enzo Fernandez. Oh, Enzo Fernandez. Listen, they were talking on Enzo's name, and he came back with a good performance, man. Everyone shush. Pete, your microphone is echoing like crazy.
Even now?
Yeah, it's almost worse now. I don't know what.
Okay, Oscar, you take over in terms of presenting whilst I fix this.
All right, cool. We've got a special guest in the building. Arsenal fan Lola is back. What are you telling us?
Not much. Pretty chill.
Pretty chill, yeah. Good weekend.
Yeah, it was fun.
Nice. All right, and we've also got Manchester United fan. First day on the job. Aimorim season. What are you telling me?
Yo, what's good, people? Reporting live from the ends, back in London town for a bit. So,
yeah.
Oh, you're in London?
You're in a hotel?
I'm in London town, baby. Yeah.
I was fully going to ask.
Yeah, why are you doing Travelodge? Who have you got in there?
Wait, what?
Wow.
What's going on there?
Oh,
No.
You're in London?
Yeah, I'm in a business trip. But yeah.
Is that what they call it now?
Yes.
I mean, I don't like wearing suits, but the suits is there. So if you want to, so yeah.
You could have wore a suit on the pod. Fair enough, man. Next, we've got a Liverpool fan, Adrian.
We ain't got no money, we're gonna do. We ain't got no money. Listen, next week, if we beat City, you're gonna get the full song. You're gonna get the full uncensored version when we beat Man City. When we slay the beast. When we stick the dagger through the heart of Manchester City. You heard it here first. Next week, you're gonna get the full song. You're gonna hear the words. We'll hear it.
Oh, unbelievable.
Hey, nothing looking beastly right now. I'll be real. So.
What?
Huh?
What?
I don't know.
I'm working out what you're trying to say. What are you trying to say, bro?
Peter, you're back now. You're back. We've got an Arsenal fan on the show.
Is the mic nice and live? Is it? Are we good to go?
You're back.
We are good to go. We are joined, of course, special guestie on the Blessy.
We've done all that.
Oh, right. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I
you just a bit still.
I was introducing you now.
I won't hear what happened. If you're introducing me, Bukayo Saka running down the wing, Saka. Yeah, the Arsenal sing, Saka. We're gonna win the league.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, have you got a shirt yet?
First of all, that's an outrageous comment. It's an outrageous comment.
No, guys, we need to give everyone an insight into the Top 4 podcast group.
Here we go.
Because it's about 3:30. I've checked on Twitter. I've seen Saka scored another worldie, an absolutely insane goal. And then I've said, Peter's a criminal because he has a Jorginho 20 shirt but doesn't have a Saka shirt.
Guys, first of all, I like how you just pull out the Jorginho. Oscar, since you want to address my wardrobe, name every player I've got on my football kits. Name them all. Name them all. You know what you are? Because you know what you are? You're the red top letter newspaper. That's what you are. You pick and choose. You can pick and choose your news. Okay? Tell me what else I have.
Equaling you the big ball in the sky.
Oh, there's a goal at St. James's Park, people. We are live. I tell you what, it's only one man.
Is there?
Oh, is he flagged it? I think he's flagged. I think the linesman's flagged it.
Peter, you jumped the gun with that one.
Did you watch have you seen the goal?
Yeah, I've just seen it now. Isak's goal and he's offside. Big up Isak. We're watching Newcastle United versus West Ham United, 8 o'clock kickoff on the Monday night. But Pete, going back to your Arsenal situation, I know you have an Aubameyang shirt. Obviously, back in the day, you had an Henry shirt.
But you see, he left all of this out in the group chat, guys. He's left this all out.
No. I went to the group chat and I said, what else? Not have a Saka shirt.
What kit did I buy this year? What did I get this season?
Who did you get? Rice.
What did I get this season?
I don't know. Who did you get?
Declan Rice. No, I got Martin Odegaard. So what you see, Oscar, is top quality. Yeah, exceptional players. Do you know what I'm saying? Players that have done something. They've left their mark in the game.
Have you got Kai Havertz?
I haven't got a Kai Havertz shirt. No.
I thought I was going to say I was going to come for you.
You do have to admit even before you bought a Jorginho shirt before your academy graduate. That is your best.
That one is mad.
Listen, Bukayo Saka will be getting that shirt come January 3rd. Come January 3rd.
Wait, how's Jorginho got one before him?
Listen, I love Jorginho. I don't know how else to explain it. I've watched him at Napoli. Bear this in mind, guys. Yeah, I'm a Serie A head. Yeah, you lot know this already about me. I'm a Serie A head. So when I saw Jorginho at the Naps, I was loving that. I was loving living La Vida Loca. When I heard that Man City were interested in him, I thought, for flip's sake, Pep Guardiola is going to take him, make him to the gargantuan beast that he should be. He went to Chelsea, and even at Chelsea, he frigging won the Champions League there. I thought, you know what? At the end of the day, when he joined us, I said, listen, he was good when he came. He weren't no David Luiz when he came. When he came, he was a 30 player in our team.
He's justifying this.
Of course.
Sorry, he wasn't. No, David. First of all, I thought David Luiz. I couldn't ask. That's not the point.
I've got a Sambi Lokonga shirt as well. No one wants to address that. But okay. That's fine.
You have a Lokonga shirt.
In fairness, wait there. Slow it down. Wait there. I can justify this one. This one I can justify.
You absolutely can't.
Okay. I can. Shall I tell you why? And I got a Danny Ceballos shirt. I can justify these things.
This is crazy. I didn't even know you had this catalog.
Do you know why? Because they are signed and from them actually.
I don't care.
Player worn shirts. Come on, show some respect. Damn it, show some respect.
It's purely the fact that you have those two bums.
I love that. But by the way, I love Danny Ceballos. Let's have it very
and
clear.
also, Peter, technically, you have a Fabregas shirt as well.
And technically speaking, Fabregas signed shirt as well.
Right,
technically.
What's technical about it?
As in, it's a frame thing. It's one
of those ones that's framed in a glass box, so you can't wear it.
Wait. Is it one time? I need to double check.
No. It's awesome.
First of all, Robinho.
He went to Chelsea. I need to double check.
I'm gonna say it. The Fabregas one, 100%. That one's calm. If you're gonna have Jorginho, why'd you get an Arsenal one? Why you get an Napoli one? I can understand that. You're talking about now.
Listen, as an Arsenal player, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he wasn't an Arsenal player, but anyway, he has won the World Cup, he's won the Euros, he has won the Champions League.
Not
Arsenal. That's fine. That's fine. He's a great player. I tell you what, guess what, guys? We'll get to Arsenal a bit later, but guess what? Arsenal's best performance of the season, who started in the midfield? Who was I calling for all season long? This is not the day to talk about Jorginho. This is not the day.
No, but Pete, it wasn't the day to talk about Jorginho.
Let's
but it
move
was
on.
The day to talk about Saka. Can we move on? Let's move on, Pete.
Guys, you know how we do. On this Top 4 podcast. You can tell it's going to be a bit of a bumper one. But before we get into the proceedings, I want to know what your surprise or highlight of the week has been. There's been a goal at St. James's Park. Oscar, can we confirm this one? Can we confirm this one?
I'm not seeing a goal. So
he hasn't seen it yet. Mr. What's his first name?
Suchek. I don't care his first name.
What's his first name?
Thomas
Suchek. Boop, boop, boop. He's gone and scored in the 9th minute of the game at St. James's. I'll tell you what, guys, this game is tasty. Ball whipped in there by who's the 33? Is that Fernand? I don't know who that is. Whips in header, clean header, free header, poor defending from Newcastle. It's whipped in from the left-hand side on the left foot, straight onto the peg of Thomas Suchek.
Old boys.
Say again?
It's one of Oscar's old boys.
I bet it's Fernand. I was thinking Fernand. Edison? Is that his name?
Emerson. Mr. Palmieri.
Palmieri, don't you?
Suchek with the fantastic celebration as well.
I also want to say that the Premier League are scumbags, because I'm looking at these West Ham United fans. How they're expected to travel to Newcastle on a Monday night is disgraceful.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting.
There was no need for this game to be on Monday. No need.
I can tell you right now, the only way these West Ham fans are getting, the only way they're getting home is that they drove there, or they're getting a coach. The West Ham supporters coach.
They're like Robin. They've got a travel lodge in Newcastle. They're not coming back tonight.
What? No, 3,000 of them are not working tomorrow morning.
Oh, they're working from home.
Oh, right. Okay. Working from home.
100%.
I hear that. After they hit the town, after they paint the town purple tonight, boy.
Crescencio Somerville. Oh my gosh. Let's get back to the schedule. Pete.
What's your surprise or highlight of the week?
Lola said she wants to go first.
I will go with watch Wicked, and it was fantastic. I think I'll relate it back to football with Oscar's tweet. Cynthia Erivo is a generational talent. She is fantastic. Plus, I already knew this. I've been a fan of her. But this was like cementing it. That she is brilliant. And she's from South and she's Nigerian. So double claimings from there for me.
Where from South is she?
I think she's from like I can't remember where it was. Elizabeth has a blank on it. But I know it's from South. She says all the time it's brilliant. And she's Nigerian. She's Igbo, so it's a man thing. But Nigeria as a whole, it's calm. It's calm.
We used to find South. Is it Surrey? Is it Severn? What's happening here?
That's in Seven Oaks.
I'm not claiming. I think it's probably like something like
Come on, fucking TTN postcode, mate. Come on.
in South, she's Nigeria, so it's like dope. And she's just brilliant, man. Her vocals are insane. And it's just like the movie was obviously fantastic, but I'm just saying her specifically, especially because this country loves to. I think we didn't notice the lack of press we put on Ariana Grande, even though she's British, and the lead. The British press decided to not kind of highlight her when she's like both from she's from London, she's British, and the actual lead. I didn't notice the fact that you put photos of Ariana Grande and not her.
She's the star of the film. Like it's her. She's the lead. She's the one, not Ariana Grande.
You know what I mean? So she's one of the Tony Awards and the Emmy and the Grammys, but it's calm, isn't it? But yeah, she was fantastic. So that was my highlight.
Have you seen the live version as well?
Yeah.
Which one do you prefer?
So, I mean, the stage is a stage, so it's a slightly different mediums of enjoyment. So it's kind of like hard. There's certain songs that I think Cynthia does better than like the original person who like was the Wicked Witch. So there's like certain songs that I think Cynthia clears her on, like it's not even close. There's like it's like better on stage, but like overall it was like brilliant.
Yeah, I watched it on Friday night as well. Sick film, man. Sick film. I would say the theater show is probably better because I think I think anyone could go to the theater and enjoy that show.
I'll give you
whereas
that.
I don't think anyone would enjoy the film.
I feel like this is what I actually appreciate it as well. I think musicals have been going for a thing where they kind of are trying to be mass appealing when it's like, and that's what keeps losing their money. If you just appeal to what it is, if you accept that a musical is a musical, you let it have the songs and the dance and the colors and you know what it is. Yeah. Trying to pretend and hide it, it will do well because people who enjoy that will go and watch it and they'll recommend it, and it most likely it will be filmed well. So even people who don't like love off musicals or whatever, they might enjoy it. Because I have friends who don't love musicals and I took them with me and they enjoyed it. So it's like actually just own what it is and don't have to try and hide it. You'll be calm.
It was elite. I can't lie. It was elite. It was elite. Highbrow top 4 podcast, guys. Highbrow.
Any other highlights of the week?
Highbrow. Well, I wouldn't say highlights of this week, but I'll say because I wasn't here last week. My highlight last week, I was in Madrid. Guys, I went to the Santiago Bernabeu last week, and this is elite.
Crazy. Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Santiago. I said Santiago. Probably just come through. Santiago Bernabeu. That's it. But anyways.
Can I ask a question?
Guys, that stadium is elite.
Is it the real deal?
It is the real deal. When I tell you this, the trophies alone, when you enter, so you enter the tour and it says nothing. It says in English, just plain words, welcome to the best club in the world. You turn right,
in English,
Champions League trophy, right there. Just right there, just chilling.
They had a Champions League.
One of many. It's just chilling.
The one that they won in June. They just got it there, just in case you missed it. Yeah, Santiago is crazy, by the way.
I don't know why you said. If I said Santiago, apologies, Santiago. But anyways, they have rooms dedicated to trophies. So each room, there's a room dedicated to La Liga. There's a room dedicated to the Copa del Rey. There's a room dedicated to. There's a wall full of Ballon d'Ors of their winners. And then there's a Champions League room, and it has all 15 Champions Leagues just there. And I said, yeah, there's levels to this. There's levels to this.
Nah, guys, a Ballon d'Or room is crazy.
Guys, if you don't remember, I went there in 2018 and I was like, this is a farce. It is like you said, what you just said, Robinho, I think was the same thing I said. There is levels to this game, bro, because these men do not pet. It's a hallway of trophies. Like you're going and going. You know what I'm saying? You're just walking through one hall to the next hall to the next hall. It's hard. There's no need for that. There's no need for that. We don't need.
No, it's true. That's why I said.
And the inside, and on the inside, when you actually see the pitch itself, I said, yeah. One thing though, it's steep. I thought it would be quite flat, but the seats, they're steep. You're looking down.
Question. Was there a lot of like nutshells all over the floor? So I went the day after, I think they played Bayern Munich in the semi-final of the Champions League. And there was, like pistachio nuts, the shells, right? They were going and going. The shells were everywhere. They ain't got no cleaners at the Bernabeu. Maybe they do now.
Well, it was international break. So there wasn't much going on.
Fair.
But yeah, so...
But did you? So here's the thing. Here's where my credibility for you either goes up or it goes down. Did you or did you not visit the Wanda Metropolitana?
You're
a disgrace.
Would you actually call me a football? Would you call me a football fan if I didn't visit?
Okay.
Of course I did.
Listen, you talk about that stadium. You better talk about that stadium. That stadium is outrageous.
In comparison to the Bernabeu.
I can't lie. I think the
Wanda. Do you know what it is about the Wanda? When you get there, like I was just getting on the metro and going, you got the metro station and you think, where is it? It's you go out and it's behind. So as soon as you turn around, it's like you're like, oh, the flagpole is massive. I've never seen a flag that big. I thought it was in America, like the Texan the F1 circuit. Do you know what? It's nice. It's very nice. But
nice medium.
Do you know what? The outside is just empty. If that makes sense, it's just because
it's no longer in the city center. They've put it literally where the metro line is. But like, the thing is, what was I trying to say? They've changed their name. It's no longer called the Wanda anyway. It's called
it's the Saudi thing.
It's like a Riyadh thing, yeah. Riyadh airline. Yeah. Guys, the airline doesn't exist. They don't have a plane. They don't have a plane.
Wait, Riyadh Air,
Riyadh Airways, Riyadh Airline, whatever you want to call it. They don't have a plane, but they are sponsored by the airline. No, I just thought I'd let you know. You think football is
Saudi, and then I knew something Saudi related, Of course I did.
Riyadh Air will start flight operations in spring 2025.
Wait there. It will start in 25. So hang on, guys. Hang on. If we decide, as a collective, all of us, we want to go and visit the Wanda or whatever it's called, right? And we want to fly through them because you know what? It's only right. You go via Riyadh Airways and you know what I'm saying? You do your thing. We can't get that flight.
Not yet. 25 minutes.
If I want to go to Saudi Arabia, Lola, can I not get that flight?
Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
But they sponsor the stadium.
If they're a business, then soon come in it. If it's not here next year.
Is this a startup company? What the hell is this?
Return next year.
No, man, they're getting the marketing on point before they get the product. That's
a disgrace.
They get a name brand out there.
But the one thing I will say this. The one thing I'll say about this, the Bernabeu looks smaller than it looks on TV. It's smaller than it looks on TV.
Do you think?
That's good, though.
Yeah, the outside looks smaller, yeah.
On the outside, okay,
bro. It's
because when I got to the Metropolitano, it's in the city. Like Oscar, someone's yard is right there.
Kilburn High Road, they just threw a stadium in there, and you're like,
they literally did that.
It's like how they get 80,000, 85,000 people. How they get them in there safe and secure? There's no road closures. I'm convinced there's none. They just let everything happen and fly. They just let it run. It's incredible.
But that was my highlight. I was in Madrid. It was the first time I went to Madrid. So
also, Cynthia, she's from Stockwell.
Yeah,
it's from Stockwell. The Well.
She's from the Well.
South London.
SW2, SW9, stand up. You get me?
Come on.
I love Adrian, you know, because Adrian is nowhere near from Stockwell.
Now, to be fair, I'm at school, Kennedy.
Listen, AD went school around the way. You know,
I know exactly where AD went. That's the funniest thing. Yeah.
AD school don't exist no more.
I know.
Hey, listen, I found out a bad thing about one of the old teachers, but let's not get into that, man. Let's just say into New Zealand.
Robin is from West. I'm from Northwest. Yet we know Adrian's school. Why? Why do we know it? Why do we know it?
School, blood.
Wait. What is going on?
Oscar's a bit of a disrespect. Robin from West.
Southwest.
Robin's not from West,
I'm
man.
from Southwest.
Yeah, but what do you claim? South or West?
He's the classic. It's Chelsea Football Club, isn't it? What is it really? Like they call him West.
You know what? Yeah. The postcode the postcode I grew up was SW. It's not changed. However, I am north of the river. So this is what it is.
What do you identify as? What do you identify as?
Yourself.
You know what? I claim both. I'll be real. I claim both.
Nah, I claim both.
Wait.
You know why? Do you know what's the funniest thing? So what you call it? When I cross the road, and I kid you not, when I cross the road from my house, I'm now in a W. I'm in a W postcode. So
your identity as a human aligns more to West than it does.
I always said FW because that's my home postcode.
Yeah, do you know what?
So yeah,
Oscar,
I always
agree
say Southwest.
with you wholeheartedly there. Robin is not giving me South vibes. He gives me the West.
He never gave me South.
He gives me the West. I can't lie. Yeah, he gives me the West vibe. He does not give me South. When I think of South, I think of grit.
Adrian is South.
I don't think of class. You know what?
Big up, Bush.
Big up,
Big up, Wormwood.
Let's live our truth.
Big up,
Wormwood.
Say
yeah, big up Wormwood Scrubs.
I didn't say Scrubs. Whoa. I said grit. Do you know what grit is? Grit is hard working, determination, passione. You know what I'm saying?
Robin
Acton, yeah.
On a Gary never won. 20 paper rounds.
Listen, say many things about West, yeah. There are some places in West I still this day I'm like, there's something not right here.
Out West, there's nothing about it. You're sitting there.
Wait, Lola, careful.
Lola, careful.
Listen, West London, first of all, West London, before your top boys and all that lot, yeah? West London gave you kidulthood, it gave you adulthood. Show some freaking respect.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Show some respect.
It's freaking like Harry Potter, like town area, man.
Harry Potter is in Watford. What are we doing here?
I've never seen you in Grove, bro. I've never seen you in Grove. You know what I'm saying?
No, but Pete, to be fair, yeah, West London PR is not. It's just not.
The PR stinks. Yeah,
the PR stinks.
Is West London is there? We have a compass, and the West has to.
But the thing is, yeah, here's the thing. Every time I hear them talk about West London, yeah, and they just piss on it, I'm there thinking, I've never seen you in Grove. I've never seen you in Latimer, Westbourne Park, Mozart. Let's pump the freaking brakes. These are some of the worst areas in London. Okay, let's freaking pump the brakes. Bush is just like Bush is like, look, come over to Bush. But if you go around the corner, you know what was there, 220 settings, you will get dealt with. West London's got the worst PR, but let me tell you right now, you will be a fool to go there willy-nilly.
You know why, Peter, though? Because all across London, gentrification is changing every area. West London is the same. It's not changing.
Have you been to Elephant and Castle?
I've not been to Elephant Castle in years. I just know that the thing is down.
It's definitely more.
They fixed the roundabout, guys. It's
definitely more of a castle than an elephant.
They ruined it.
Yeah, they did. I think there's
the shopping centre I had to go. I'll be real on that.
Nah, look, it needs to be fixed.
No. Did you see the size of the rats?
It needs to be fixed.
It's like an 18-month-old child. Turn it down.
The squad needed a clear out. It needed to go.
Oscar, clear out. It needed a Berry FC. It needed to have goal. and then we start again. Flipping it.
The fact that they called it,
start a club or something.
the fact they called it a shopping center was a disgrace to the humans, man.
I didn't go there for a shopping center. It needs to be changed and all. I'm saying it needs to be cleaned. They need to like scrub it. They ruined the vibe.
Have you even been inside that shopping center though? When it was live and kicked?
Guys, you need your passport to get into that shopping center because it's a different country. I'm telling you. Once you go down the escalator and you're in Elephant Castle shopping center, I'm sorry. That's Djibouti. That's not England.
Hey, you man, I kid you not. I swear to you, yeah, there was an auntie in there. She had a store, yeah, and she was just selling fake Ralph. It's mad. It's so crazy.
Entrepreneurial spirit right there.
Bro, cinema was a pound. Bowling was a pound in there.
Is the Chinese still there? The one that sat outside the shopping center?
What's it? Type C Lane. Oh, mate, it better survive.
You can change up an area.
That plate was special though.
That Singapore fried rice hit the nerves, bro.
That's all I'm saying. I know this is someone who wasn't even allowed to go in centre. Like I'm from there. I'm from like some. My mom wouldn't let me go inside in it. But I'm just saying the area around it, I liked it. They could have just cleaned it up. They changed it too much. Is what I'm saying.
You see, look, your mom had her best intentions for your life because those of us that went inside, we wish we didn't. We wish we didn't.
Bear in mind, we come from a different ends. So going inside sometimes was just like a happenstance. You know them ones there. We're trying to get to the overground station.
This is what I don't get. You people who aren't from South, why would you go inside? You're not from South. Why would you?
Because of the train station. Obviously, man's got to navigate these times. Man said Thameslink. Man said you've arrived at your destination. These times I'm at the bus stop. Wait a damn minute. Where the hell is this train station? You have arrived at your destination. No, I have not. Because I ain't taking no damn bus to Northwest. Get me this train that takes me back to the ends. Yeah.
Right, guys. Anyway, have to arrest the situation. We're 27 minutes in. We haven't spoken about football enough.
Oh, quickly. Murad is actually really good at locations, by the way.
What do you mean? He's just saying roads.
Yeah, the lot is where I'm from.
Old Kent Road, Deptford.
Deptford is where.
So what's that? New Cross or Deptford? Say that.
Was that where the bins are blue? Is that what it?
New Cross? Are you alright?
Blue Borough. What's it?
My bad.
Well, Lola, are you ready to expose what ends you're from? Are you ready?
Deptford, I heard that. It's South, innit?
Wait there, you're Deptford.
Yeah.
Okay.
453, yeah?
I'm gonna keep that powder dry. Let me tell you that right now.
I do hope it's Lee.
Let's clarify.
That's the green. What are you dealing with?
Let's clarify. I'm not from Blue Borough, Deptford. I'm from Green. There's a difference.
You're the Green Borough. Oh, Skeen. Okay.
You're all the same to me. I don't see color. Should we get into the comments, Pete?
Let's get into it. Let's get to the comments. Make sure you lot leave a comment in the comment section. Do me a favor as well, because I noticed, you know what, you lot, yeah, big up to the commenters, yeah, but I gotta just say this one time. You lot are bad mind, yeah, because you lot don't like the video. I go back to the stream last week, bro. Obviously, we had about 10, 20 people that jumped on at one point. I see 3 likes. Hang on a minute. Show some freaking respect. We've been reading out your comments all day long, but big up yourselves, obviously, as always. But please smash a like on the video.
Yeah. Sorry, Endo, that happened to you.
Wait, what did Endo say?
What did Endo say?
He said his head is hot this morning. He was late to work. He ran for the bus. As a result, I dropped my phone and the bus drove off. My phone has a crack now.
But separately,
that's funny.
I feel like these sorts of things happen to Endo a lot.
I told you to
Endo.
I told you stop running for bus. You don't want to listen.
He's either ripping his jeans or he's breaking something or falling over.
The only thing Endo is on time for is the Top 4 podcast. That's one thing I've noticed.
Is he even? This comment came half an hour in. Big up Endo, though. Big up Endo.
I'm the one that said sorry. The rest of you are laughing. So
there's nothing to apologize for.
That's funny. That's funny. I'm sorry, guys.
First of all, it's funny.
Someone cracking the screen of their phone. I'm sorry.
First of all,
I told him to run. I told you bare time, don't run for a bus. And look what happened.
First of all, it's funny.
You only run if you're late.
This is an indication of what else is going on. We need to get our lives in order. Let's get them in check. Let's put a single file, get the ducks in a row. We won't be cracking phones and missing the bus. You can't have both of those things.
It's one or the other. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. Exactly. Yeah. Let me miss the bus. I'll be late for work. Boss, here's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
Right, guys.
Say again.
That's a bigger struggle.
It's true.
I like to have both. It's peak. It's peak. We all make mistakes in life. That's peak.
Yeah. So Murad said, good evening to the Great Football Podcast on Monday night when charity starts at home. Dreams are for free and humility won't hurt a fly. Stay humble, eh?
Oh.
We move. Endo says, Oscar. Oh, no, he was early. He was on time. My bad. Pick up Endo. Second comment. He says, Oscar and Peter, you were correct about away days because being the one... about away days.
Of course, he went to Saints, didn't he?
The limbs in the away end at St. Mary's was ridiculous. My first away day outside of London. Defo looking to do more this season. Listen, that game, you scored 3 goals away. One of them was a late winner. The limbs must have been 10 out of 10.
Endo, at the Top 4 podcast with the video footage after Salah scored that penalty, because I know full well you took a video. When he flinged that shirt in the air, excuse me, I need some footage.
Oh, give it to me. I need it.
Give it to me.
Yeah, man. David says, big up Top 4 podcast. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. Top 4 should be winning awards. Done unbeaten seasons with Spurs and Liverpool on Football Manager 2024. When people go unbeaten in Football Manager, I have to, like, my mind says you guys are saving the game before you play big games. Ooh. You're going away to Etihad, you're saving the game. If all of a sudden you don't get the result you want, you're hard reset. That's what I think's happening. Back in the day, man used to unplug the computer. That's what I was doing. But now we're on laptops.
I don't think you understand how painful it is to lose a final in Football Manager or miss the league on the final day. Those are 2 of the most brutal pains in life. I've suffered pain in life. They rank up there.
I used to save the game before every final.
Because you're throwing the kitchen sink at it. You're sending man forward. You're doing touchline shouts. You're playing 2 at the back. You're playing with a half back. It's painful.
AD, the touchline shouts of show some passion is triggered every 15 minutes. It's triggered. I'm triggering it all the time. Show some freaking passion. Do something on the ball.
Ultra attacking, high line. It's mad.
Demand more. Oh, mate. I'm all over it, man. I'm all over it.
Brilliant. Brilliant comment. Let me get to the top. I'm going to get everyone's comments out there. Nat says
we should do a top 4. We should do a top 4 a top 4 Football Manager, by the way, one day.
Master!
Guys,
oh my God!
I went for a run this morning. That song, when Mustard comes on, you speed up.
I can't lie. The first track I looked for is where's the initial track before Not Like Us in the video? I was looking for that one. I said, where is the broccoli? I am looking for the broccoli. Show me what that is. Yeah. No, I found it. Don't get me wrong. Repeat. You know what
I can't lie, man. That album's really good, man. It's really, really good.
I haven't finished it, but I've given it a bash.
Yeah, it's hey. Nat says, quote of the day, what is the rudest way you've seen someone get sent in a match? I think it has to be when Messi turned Boateng.
Oh, yeah.
That's disgraceful. I remember seeing it live.
I remember seeing it live, and I remember I was like,
that's Mount Rushmore for sure. I think there's a couple that come to mind. Boateng, of course, but also big up the Heineken crew. Also, flipping
yakking a 40 ounce.
You know how big a 40 ounce is?
Hey, that's funny.
Hey, a 40 ounce
is
crazy. Appetizer. Hey, madam, a 40 ounce is crazy.
I said, Kendrick dropped the album. Now we're drinking 40s. That's crazy.
Game today.
Oh, do you know how funny that is?
You're a fan. Like you
know what, guys? You know, a large drink is 16 ounce. You know that, right? That's a large drink, like in a McDonald's. That's 16. A 40 is crazy.
That's hella lean. That's overdose.
Nah, that's bare liquor.
That's so much liquor.
And the thing is, it's beer. It's not like, oh yeah, you know what? Maybe this. Like, don't get me wrong, wine and hard liquor will get you licked, right? But a 40-ounce beer, guys, you're not eating tonight. You're not eating.
That's just bubbles.
Guys, bubbles, gas.
We need to move. Shout out Baraka in the comments screaming out mustard. We need to move on. We need to move on. Let me see a few more. Tahar's in here saying big up top four. He's shouting out Enzo. Mirad was also shouting out Lola. Shorty Shakur. Lola St. James Brown. Wait, what?
Get up, dog. Get up. You know.
Baraka says, big up to the greatest football podcast that air on a Monday afternoon when Cadillac and F1 agreed to be on the F1 grid 2026. USA.
Come on! Yes! There we go. 11th team in Formula One. Let's go. Andretti business. Let's go.
Mirad says, highlight of the week, £4.43 steak made me 619.20 from a goal in each half in all National League games this week.
National League.
Okay. We have to address this.
League.
There's a lot to address here.
There's a lot to address because if it was like, oh, you know what, on the Premier League Super 6, you know what I'm saying, I stuck a pound and I won 200 quid, blah, blah. First of all, congratulations on winning 619. We got Rey Mysterio. But on National League football, I'm sorry, we have to ask
I have questions.
We have to ask questions.
Is that Nations League? Is he talking about Nations?
National, bro.
No, national. The divisions.
Wait.
He's put money on older shots to score home
in every single game.
No, of course not every game. He's probably put like a little, you know, he's done like a round robin, six matches or something like that. Little, what do they call it? What's it called? I forgot the betting term now.
It's like a Super 6 or something like that.
Yeah, there's a name for it, man. It's I forgot the name. Anyway, but listen, if I see Aldershot or Shrewsbury Town or Bolton Wanderers, you know what I'm saying, Scunthorpe, listen, if you're putting money in there, questions have to be asked. Harrogate Town, questions have to be asked.
He said it would have been £1,000, but a game was voided. Run me my 1,000. What do you mean a game was voided?
Mirad, tell us the games because I need to know what leagues we were dipping into.
All right. Hey, we need to get into topics. Man.
Whilst he does that serious business, I'll tell you what is serious, and I'll tell you who you didn't bet on winning. Manchester City have lost 5 games in a row now. Guys, I didn't even change the man of that. I didn't even change the man of stuff, right? I literally just took 4 off and put 5 on. Okay. Tottenham Hotspur winning 4-0 at the Etihad. I cannot believe what I am saying. Guys, what is happening over at Manchester City? What is actually going on? I need analysis.
They're going through their implosion season. It's the same thing that happened when they first started.
Their what? Sorry?
Their implosion season. There's too much stuff happening. Eventually, they kind of something caught up with them. It was bound to happen in a season, and everything just kind of happened to catch up with them in this specific season. It happened. Obviously, not saying that the Liverpool one when they won their league didn't count or anything like that. But that season was also the season where they imploded. Obviously, Liverpool were great. This is like
no one talks about that.
Removing Liverpool from the equation, City imploded. So like it happens every once in a while. The first season they were crap. Obviously, Pep just started whatever. Then they were great for a period. They imploded that season. Liverpool won the league, and the Liverpool were great. It's happening again. Whether or not they recover, we don't know. But like, they're just not playing well. The Spurs aspect of everything, I can get it. The 4-0 shocked me. The Spurs winning didn't. I've been saying it's a thing. Yeah. It's like it's hilarious that Spurs.
It's a bogey team. I don't know how.
Everyone has like a weird bogey team, right? It's like
even at the Etihad, people. Because I've been hearing this a lot. At the Etihad,
the beat Spurs. They've beat City at Etihad before, but like it's like every team has their like bogey team. Arsenal's one is like weirdly Southampton. People have like different random one. It's usually a crap team. That's a bogey team. I don't know what that says about Spurs because that City's one is Spurs. But that's
I love that, Lola. I loved it.
It's like that in the world, but like it was like Spurs are their bigger team, and then it's like it came in tandem with City being on horrible form and not playing. A lot of their players aren't playing well. That Walter brother with that nonsense haircut, who everyone loves to leave off and give him grace because he comes back in the second half of the season. It's been crap for a while, and I enjoyed it. So it's rubbish and it's hilarious. So he's been poor. Bernardo Silva's been poor. Gundogan is an old man. I don't know what Haaland is.
Hey Lola, sorry to cut you, but I think we need to talk about Bernardo way more than Philip.
Oh no, I'm aware, but Bernardo's been horrible.
No, Oscar. I said to Robin today that Oscar's gonna get his 50 minutes, of just absolute annihilation. There's gonna be an airstrike on a COD thing, but I think Bernardo Silva has gotten away with genocide the last 2 years. Because he has been getting away with mediocrity, but he looks good because man just rate foreign ballers. So we'll talk about Foden. We'll definitely talk about Foden. But I think Bernardo Silva has deserved a pamming.
Oh yeah, I hear you on the.
He's deserved it for about 2 years.
I just have a whole thing about Foden.
I'm so sorry to cut you off. Carry on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I can totally hear the Bernardo talk. I just have a thing about Foden because he gets away with so much grace. Where someone made a point, it's like if you put him in any other country, you make him African, you make him anything else, and he doesn't get the grace that he has. He doesn't. If he's from somewhere else, even if he's from another European country, but I just Africa's a bit more spicy about it. But he's from another country. The grace he gets given for being not even just poor, diabolical, is hilarious because he's gone through games where he's literally been either a ghost. Saka will get destroyed for that. Palmer gets just like rinsed for it. But Foden can just chill because he happens to be at City and he happened to be in the team where he's done well. It's like, cool, the team done well. He had seasons, multiple seasons, by the way, even though he got Young Player of the Year, multiple seasons where he puts that exact same performance in for an Arsenal, for a Chelsea, for a Liverpool, and no one's talking about him like that. But because he's at City, the extra boost of grace, he's had multiple seasons of being below par, but then he might pick it up at the back end of the season. So everyone gives him like, "Oh, Pep is saving him." He's not saving him now. He's playing him. He's crap. There's a crap haircut as well. I'm just gonna add that because it annoys me.
The haircut, eh? I mean, I tell you what, people. So the Bernardo thing. My only stance has been people wax lyrical about Bernardo Silva, and I must admit I've not clocked it. And so to me, I'm just like, look, I haven't watched it, so take what people are saying. Cool.
You've not clocked the good or the bad?
As in, I've not clocked the good per se.
Okay.
Because like in the last 2 years, for example, he's still been gassed in the last 2 seasons where they spoke about how outstanding he is, how good of a player he is. And it's one of those ones where unless maybe you're a City fan or you're just people who love watching football and are paying attention to him, I've missed him. I've missed the radar on him there. Hearing this, I am like, wow, this is interesting. Because I don't know if it almost sounds like I don't know how to explain it. It just seems like, okay, so maybe there is some overhypeness to this Bernardo Silva chat.
I don't think it's too dissimilar for both of them. I think they're both obviously extremely talented players, and in moments they help the team greatly. But in terms of being game changers that you need to step up, I just felt like we weren't seeing it enough from either of them. Like Foden was winning Young Player of the Year with 17 starts. And I just always thought that was ridiculous.
You are annoying.
Saka was playing 30 plus games. Declan Rice was playing 30 plus games at West Ham. All these other ballers, or Trent or whoever, all these other ballers had to do way more and were way more important to their teams. Now, when it came down to last season, I think the moment on this podcast where it came a big conversation was when I was like, Foden needs to rise this season. Yeah. And I think there was the conversation of, with City, there's so many good players. There's Haaland that's doing things. There's KDB. There was Gundogan before KDB. And it just felt like if they're winning the league, can you ask Foden for much more? I understand the argument. I do hear it because he was propping up with important goals here and there, but he couldn't start every week in his preferred position because those guys were in the way. But my thing was always, he can't get the same level of plaudits as these other young players that are the star boys, Trents, Sakas, all of those guys. When Arsenal depend on Saka, City were never really dependent on Foden. And it feels like now we're in a moment where KDB's not really in the game. As in he's had injuries this year, right, KDB? So he's not been 100%. And then Bernardo's not there. And guys, Foden has 0 GA this season. I know it's not all about GA, but guys,
has he not got a goal?
Get away with this.
Well, I'm sure he's got a goal or assist. I think he's got one. But anyway, to your point,
Robin, you're muted. You're muted. We can't hear you.
Champions League. He scored against Sporting.
Yeah, Premier League. What's he on?
Yeah, I don't know. Probably so. Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Either way, it doesn't. Yeah,
guys, it's the player of the season last season. We're in November, nothing.
Foden has 5 starts, 1 assist.
But I was going to say he hasn't started. We've played 12 games. He didn't start in the beginning of the season.
I didn't know he had that little starts. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. But
I just remember Guardiola was keeping a lot of the English lot. Like he kept them on the bench. Like he didn't start.
My point about Foden also included England as well, because I always felt like Saka turned up for England, whereas Foden, we didn't see it. The whole Euros, that was England's tournament to win. That was theirs. Those guys had to turn up. They had to go and win that tournament. They didn't do it.
Oscar, I won't lie. Yeah, I think that Phil Foden has been poor this season, and I think you are allowed every criticism in your vocabulary today. Yeah, but this is what I'll say. I don't think any of these dons have been good.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't think any of City have been noteworthy outside of Edison for us to say that it's not bigger than Foden.
Haaland?
Oh no! I'm not going to blame this season on Foden. Definitely.
No. I know. You're not saying that. I'm just saying that City have not been remarkable enough outside of the first 4-5 games of the season for us to think that this problem is not bigger than Foden. However, you are right in saying that he, as an individual, has been uninspiring. If we extract one player out of the squad, he is one of the people where you say, okay, you were player of the season last year. Show me something in it. So I'm not against the criticism. I just think that what we saw against Tottenham and the games prior, I'm talking about even back up until Wolves, where they won the game. Which one was I think it was Southampton. They won 1-0.
Yeah.
Like it's been coming, man. Like I'm not saying 5 in a row, but a capitulation has been coming. Kyle Walker was terrible on Saturday.
And he's been horrendous.
And again, Lola, he's been horrendous. So and what Bernardo Silva and people like that benefit from, this is exactly like the treble year. This is exactly like the treble year. Gundogan, people were telling me Gundogan was good, and I said it on this podcast. People telling me Gundogan was good all season, and he had a good 3 months, just like Jack Grealish. But what they benefit from is winning bias. When you win, you're all good. Yeah. You know what I mean? The thing about Foden last year, which counters the criticism, is that he actually was instrumental in them winning the league. The issue is all your contractors and critics have been proven right with your England performance. That, like, one thing that this season and England have shown me is that there's always a greater context to why a player's not playing well. But the hype that Phil Foden has gotten, the return on investment has been dreadful. It's been dreadful. He is not what man think he is. It's like when Pep bucked Jack Wilshere at the Emirates, and he said in Spain there's 100 Jack Wilsheres. I don't want to know how many Phil Fodens there are in Valencia. You know what I mean?
They said that England, like, they sacrificed like a lot of the sin just to force Foden, and the whole thing should be built around him. He's been poor for multiple England like situations, but the whole argument from the pundits and everyone was like, build it around Foden. Why? What? He, like, not taking away his club. What has he done for England to have a team built around him? It made no sense. But yeah, on the City stuff, it's just like I said, it's not just a him thing. I personally just wanted to mention that because he has made a lot. They've all been crap, and it's enjoyable because they were putting that Lewis kid there. He was doing, I don't know, in midfield, left back, whatever the hell he was doing. Walker, who has been done for a while, but because he could run for a bit, it was calm. You see what happens when you leave him. He's been out of position.
And it's the Foden thing is a great dissertation. If I was to say, pick a player that proves to me that, if I was to make the argument that goals and assists are not the best metric, I would use Phil Foden as an argument. Because now that he's not doing anything, guys, how long have I asked this question on Top 4? When you are not scoring or assisting, what are you doing?
Yeah,
I have asked it for so many players, and now even for the best team in the league, this question has to be asked. Because what are you doing? Kevin De Bruyne, you're not assisting. You're not scoring goals. What are you doing, mate? Haaland, Mr. Stay humble. I've been trying to tell him. Haaland is not scoring goals. So what is he doing? What's he doing?
Do you know what? I will say on Haaland, I defend him on the basis that when I've watched games this season, I've mentioned it before on the podcast, especially when Doku was playing, they don't like feeding this guy, which I've always found astonishing. When you've got a player of that level in terms of goal machinery, they don't give it to him. You know, if they gave it to him, then it would be like, you know, how many goals he's got this season? He's probably still got a good, decent amount. Right?
I think it's 12 and 12 in the league.
Okay, so he's got 12 and 12. But we're not saying he's even having the best season. But one thing I'm noticing, because I know what you're saying there, Ernest, in terms of, you know, we can pinpoint certain players, but you know what? No player's been doing well. I would argue that Haaland is still being Haaland, and actually probably has a point to prove this year because of how he was kind of treated last season. Because people last season thought, he's gone down a bit because he wasn't the year before, right? So it's almost like, no, guys, just in case you forgot who I was, I'm still him. I've just got players in my team who do not give me the ball. Yeah. And that's one thing I've noticed this season anyway. They don't give him the ball.
Yeah, I think with Haaland, he's always going to miss stuff. So that one doesn't bother me. It's like, you've got him, you just have to constantly feed him. You just have to. That's his thing.
He requires high volume.
He's going to miss a lot, but he's going to.
Is that fair?
What?
Is that fair? Ernest was saying he requires high volume.
He does.
No, because you know what? We were having a debate at the shop, and people were arguing who is more clinical out of him and Harry Kane. Now, I can't answer that question, but I do know that in front of goal, Haaland needs a lot of chances to score. Now, I think that these wingers, Savinho's ceiling could be high, not too sure, but these guys are not Sterling and Sane. They're not it, man. They're not Mahrez.
No, they're not. They're not
not
Mahrez.
And Doku to me, he has that good AFCON. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of dribbling. It's a lot of because Martinelli and Garnacho are the bad AFCON. Do you know what I mean? So like,
but I think it would be a nice Doku. I think they're in the same boat, in my opinion.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. Martinelli and Garnacho deserve to go to Vanarama.
No, but I genuinely think Doku. I don't just have this argument before when I said Doku is literally, in my opinion, he does things slightly more cleaner, but it's not enough for me to give him.
It's nothing crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you can sit there and tell me that he's more technically proficient than Garnacho and Martin, and I can say but it's not enough for me to say like he's better from them. For me, they're the same boat. They look busy. They run about. They miss. They eventually put a cross in here and there once in a while.
I said he's the Cristiano Ronaldo of AFCONites. Yeah, fair enough.
No, he's literally Saint-Maximin, just younger.
Oh my god!
Wow, he's better than.
Same people.
I don't know, you know.
Same people.
Saint-Maximin. I think they're similar. They're very similar.
They're similar, but
horrid in the final third. He was Saint-Maximin was horrible in the final.
And Doku's good.
Nah, I don't know. I think they're the same thing, you know.
He's better than him, man.
I can't lie. Do you know what? I thought Saint-Maximin was a bit more threatening than Doku. If I'm honest, I think he's more threatening. Like, I think with Doku, one thing we will give him, he was very direct. I remember when he first joined City, and it was like flipping out. They still exist. This type of player. But in terms of Saint-Maximin, I used to think Saint-Maximin was a bit more like, and maybe because he was at a team where he was the star player, where we didn't expect nothing from Newcastle at that time. Maybe
I've seen Saint-Maximin get into the final third and dribble, man, turn around and dribble them again, and to the 6-yard box. And I'm like, my brother, like, him and Adama are the same guy.
Holy smokes!
Hey, leave them.
Maximin and Adama are the same guy.
Nah, come on.
Nah, you know I'm even mad.
No,
I can't lie.
I think what we're seeing is the manifestations of a couple of years of bad decisions.
Right.
And there's a man whose name we haven't mentioned yet, Pep Guardiola. But first, let's go into the nuts and bolts of it, right? Rodri is the best 6 in the world. and they've tried to not necessarily a succession plan, right? But they've tried to find cover. Calvin Phillips, 50 million quid, not good. Kova, he's not quite hit their heights. They've now brought back Ilkay Gundogan, who they let go the season before last at the age of 34 to come and do what?
Let me add on to your point. Mateus Nunes.
Oh, I had a special place for him, right? I had a special place for him.
Okay.
Because this guy, right, he's perceived to come with sort of PMP, but let's call a spade a spade. What City doing shopping in Wolves' window? This is Manchester City, where we know them to sort of, you go out and you get your Haalands, you get your Agueros, you get your Yaya Tourés, you get your David Silvers, and I think what we've now started to see is man are costing £100 million, and they're going all calendar year scoring 0 goals, and we don't say a word. Where Manchester City can sell Cole Palmer to Chelsea, and we don't even bat an eyelid because it's Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola can do no wrong. And then we look at even someone like Alvarez, bro. Don't get me wrong, I wasn't necessarily his biggest fan, but we'll give them something. We'll give them a hell of a lot more than what we're seeing today. And so what I actually think is, because Liverpool had a similar thing, right, where Klopp kept that midfield for one season too long, and he was putting plasters over the pipe, and then the pipe burst. And what we saw on Sunday, was Rico Lewis is about 5'4", Ilkay Gundogan who's about 34, and Bernardo Silva, we talk about Pep being so ruthless. Maybe Pep should have sold him about 2 years ago. And then guess what? They got absolutely blamed. Bro, Saul was bodying people, Basuma was moving mad, and then you sit there and you see like that. Look at the athleticism in that midfield. And then the Nunes guy that you mentioned before, you should give them that. He's not good enough.
Johnson.
Brother,
Did you see
come on,
Johnson? You know that Nene Leaks meme where she's running in the marathon?
Lele Lee, Steph London, you name it. You name it.
Do you know what though, guys? Sorry, continue, Eddie. Continue.
Final point. Kyle Walker is cooked. Peter, remember the conversation we had about there's a summer where your preparation isn't right and you come back and you turn into a Branislav Ivanovic, or you turn into a Gary Neville in 2011 where he took the knee for Jerome Thomas. And he said, you know what? I have to call it here. I cannot play at this level anymore. And I respect Gary Neville for that to this day. That's where Kyle Walker is right now. So you sit there, you say to yourself, well, you know what, guys? What we're seeing from City, how much of a surprise is it? And then how much of the buck does Pep bear in this?
Okay, so here's the thing. I think you lot have made some amazing points, great points, and I think you're bang on in terms of everything that you lot have said. Here's the problem, though. The reason we don't have this conversation about City often enough is that they're Premier League champions. They've won, is it 5 in the last 6? Correct me if I'm wrong. They've won a Champions League as well in that time. They've won the World Club Championships as well. We can have this conversation at the end of the season if it turns out to be like the 1920 season where Liverpool won the league at a canter, but City were below par. I genuinely think, like, okay, it seems like from what I'm getting from you guys is that City cannot turn this around, and almost that City will not be champions this year. I genuinely think if City lose on Saturday, whenever it is they play Liverpool, is it Sunday? If City lose to Liverpool, City will not be Premier League champions this season. That will be out of the way. If they're 11 points behind Liverpool, it's over. I'm sorry. Even if there's 25 games to go. If City beat Liverpool at Anfield, then I'm sorry. The cracks that we do see about Manchester City that do exist can be papered. Because if there's one thing that we've given City credit for, is that we've actually talked about when they've missed a player or they've lost a player, sometimes it feels like they haven't been missing. Rodri is probably the first and only that I can remember in the recent 5 years that they've actually missed a certain player.
Really?
The thing I saw with...
I put Diaz in there as well.
Say again.
I'd put Ruben Diaz in there as well. To be fair,
maybe Diaz as well. I think at the time when they lost either Diaz or Laporte, I remember there was the year they lost Laporte, and it was a big blow. But I genuinely think that what was I going to say? It's just basically the fact
Laporte was the COVID season.
Laporte was the COVID. So fair enough. So if it was that time, the thing is, I would say that is that as much as this is what's happened. I feel like we've always praised City, especially when they went through like that David Silva era of like getting over those kind of players because they were so instrumental to Man City. It was ridiculous. Yes, Grealish has not lived up to the billing. Savinho's not lived up to the billing just yet. Neither has Doku and people like that. And don't get me wrong, the chickens might come home to roost. But at the same time, Liverpool have won 10 in 12. At the same time, it's not like, like Arsenal have had their blip, right? I've had their moment in the season. City are still on par with like Arsenal this season and whoever else. But Liverpool have been outstanding. And I think it makes City's situation look a lot worse than it actually really is. Yeah. What do you guys think?
I don't think so, personally. I don't think people having a great season means City can't be looked at as having a poor season.
Yeah, two things can be true.
Yes, Liverpool have been outstanding. You can't deny that. But City, I personally don't believe in waiting until the end of something to criticize something happening. It's like the same method I put in when talking about Arsenal. Like during the period when without Odegaard and like this period that we've been in a poor bit, I'm not gonna not say anything because we're waiting for Odegaard or Saka or someone else to come back in before I say anything about how things are going. I want to talk about what's happening, and if something happens after, I'll speak about that based on that context. The context City are in now, they have been poor, and they have been poor longer than they have been losing games. But their City, certain things have been able to poke over the cracks. You can say that later on they could City up and whatever it is, but the same way we have to bring in context. The context is different, slightly different. Rather than having a younger Gundogan who's been about, you've got an older one who's not as good. You've got a Kevin De Bruyne who's not the same Kevin De Bruyne he was then. He's still great as Kevin De Bruyne, but he's not the same Kevin De Bruyne. You've got an off-form Foden. You've got a Bernardo Silva who's been asked for seasons to leave and he's still here. So that's also bringing back in. And mentally, he's been asking to leave for a while and he's still here. That's also bringing things into it. Haaland is Haaland. He can miss whatever. He's still top scorer. So that's not even a thing with him. Doku is not, like I said, we said it already. Doku, Savinho, I don't know who the other wingers they have in their team. They're not Mahrez, Sterling, Sane. The defense, I don't know what's going on there. A defender will come in their fit or the injured Ake's, whatever he is. The Kanje's here, Diaz is there, Stones is here, whatever it is. And Rodri, like you mentioned, their most important player is not available and probably won't be available the whole season. And that has caused chaos because their alternative was Kovacic, who already was a bit mid. Relatively speaking, obviously, he's Kovacic. But relatively speaking, he wasn't the level of what's needed. And he's also now gone. We mentioned Mateus Nunes, who's been better than he was previous season, but that's nothing to kind of like run home to. Grealish has been horrendous since he's been here. Let's keep that a buck. He's getting away with all that money that's spending. He's been bad. And you've got
murder. He's getting away with murder.
He's getting away with all that stuff. It's hilarious, but that's by the by. Then you've got the kids, the Rico Lewis, that mixed race developer with the hair, who was playing in defense, who was just like happy to be here, but he wasn't. He was getting done.
Simpson Pusey.
Whatever it is, consistently getting done. And Ederson is a great. He's like one of the best keepers in the world, but he's also susceptible when he was great to a nonsense moment if he's not on. So you've all got all of that, and it's all happening at the exact same time. So it's like you can. If it comes like I don't know January, February, whatever it is, and they've now like brought in a new 6 or whatever it is, and then they're like somehow Liverpool drop points when then City have drawn them back in 3 weeks. That wouldn't shock me because it's still City, but I can still say they're doing a madness that is like they've been actively objectively poor, and we can talk about it, whether or not they're City or not. We still talk about it.
That's a fair point. I think what we're generally seeing as well is that 2 things. I think the players that they've been buying of late, let's say in the last two seasons or 2.5 seasons, whatever, they just do not have the mentality that the City team has been breading in for years, days on end. The reason probably a Gundogan comes back to this side is because he's of the material that was relentless and very much like never say die, we will fight till the very, very end. You know, these new signings and latest signings that we're talking about, they're really not the caliber of player we associate City with. The last signing that City bought where you sat there and thought, holy smokes, was Erling Haaland. It wasn't Doku. It wasn't Nunez. It wasn't Kovacic. It wasn't Savinho. It wasn't Doku. Do you know what I'm saying? It weren't these players. So, or you know, Grealish was one of those ones where it's the St. Maximum at Newcastle thing. Like, I mean, Grealish was much better at Villa, don't get me wrong, but he was so good, and it was like, this has got to work. Unfortunately, it's not worked out, and whether that's a manager-related thing, which I doubt it is, or whether it's a Grealish, you know, get your finger out your frigging backside and actually, you know, you've got the greatest opportunity in the world. Do not cock this up, which people are known for doing anyway. The funny thing is, at the same time, is City are still second in the league. And nobody has really challenged them this season in terms of for their place, in terms of, you know, who's fighting Liverpool this season, who is actually got the testicular fortitude to actually go against City this season and finish above them. Because at the end of the day, even if, say, for example, Liverpool win the league, we know City finished second. We just know that.
You don't know.
I mean, come on. I don't think this is a 2017 season. When Guardiola first came, I think this is a 2020 season where they still finished second, but they were below par to Liverpool, right?
That season they finished second. He was third.
2020. Was it Leicester?
It was Man United.
And was it
United?
Was it a good Man United? And it's another question. Man United haven't been good, so that's my point. The third option has never been good in that period. The third option,
United finished third. Wow, who's the manager?
I don't remember.
Actually, no, United finished third in it. I don't know. I know Chelsea finished fourth that year.
I'll find out.
I don't know who finished third.
Making is whoever was third was a non-entity in this conversation.
Yeah, Oscar, you're right. Third was United and Chelsea. They both had the same points, 66. They were 66. Bear this in mind, City were 81. Liverpool were 99.
So my point is like, I think third, fourth, and even fifth. I don't think I think top four is going to be what it is now. Whether or not the order is different is by the by. But I think the difference between comparing this season to 2020 is third and fourth are actually good.
Yeah. I mean, look, I still think that Liverpool, I still think City will win at the Etihad, at Anfield, and this conversation will be over. You know what I mean?
But I think it's definitely like something has to change at City, because like Lolo was saying, even the games they were winning at the beginning of the season, I remember that Fulham game and some other games where you're just like, these don't impress me, even if they're getting 3 points. So they've got to figure something out.
But Pete, you know the point I think we're making here is that you remember when we were, at least I was saying that Madrid have looked very funny in some of these knockout games in the Champions League last season.
I've been saying that for years.
So it was like, it's like, I think what we're saying collectively, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is that there was some like below par performances last season and potentially the season before that were kind of prophecies about some of the form we're seeing from some of these players. So some of us are not surprised at the downfall of Kyle Walker. Some of us are not surprised at how bad some of these individuals have been. Now, to your point, today, City are second. So how far can our criticism go? Yeah. So in that sense, you're right that we need to wait until this egg hatches to fully do our thing. But I think what we're noticing is that there is a level to which we can say we don't think City are going to finish where we usually think they'll finish, which is bare minimum second if Liverpool win the league, because it feels like you can catch them slipping. Like this is like when Leonidas hits Xerxes with the spear, and he's like, even gods can bleed, because they're looking like 4-0 at the Etihad is
sanity.
Like bogey team or not, that's madness.
That's like, insane.
Yeah, it's
that's like when City finally beat us at Old Trafford 6-1.
Yeah,
it was like, oh, they're not just your noisy neighbours anymore. This is the team you're going to battle with forever.
Like one of the goal scorers was freaking Brennan Johnson. Like that's
nasty.
That's gross. Look at that. That's not acceptable.
Brennan Johnson's a good player. But yeah,
Whoa, Peter praising a Tottenham player that's not Kane. Whoa.
No, he's a Forest guy. He's a Forest man. It's all right. He's not from. He's not from.
He
Enfield.
was wearing the badge.
He's not from
Tottenham
Enfield.
Hotspur.
In fairness, I'll keep it about. Ernest knows I've liked Brennan since he was at Forest, so it's not like it's a new thing.
Yeah, but he's not a Forest guy.
It was a bad take. Then it's a bad take now. Guy's bang average.
That's a disrespect. He's not bang average. It's disrespect.
Yes. Nothing about it.
But anyway,
But we'll see, man. I think we'll have to wait and see how it goes. But
you got anything for Ange? Anything for Spurs? We've been talking about City for
Oscar, they're gonna freaking lose to Roma on Thursday. Piss off, man.
Ange Ball.
You're always being
Ange Ball turned up to the Etihad and got 4.
yeah,
he's got Fulham. He's got Fulham on Sunday. He's got Fulham on Sunday.
Leave off, man. Just beat City 4-0 the Etihad. That's where you kick off.
Go on, you lot licking. Go on, you guys go ahead. Oh, there's a goal at St. James's Park. Let me interrupt you guys. There's another goal at St. James's Park. Manchester United zone. Wan-Bissaka. He gets it in there. It's 2-0 at St. James's Park. Listen, big up Julian Lopetegui. Yeah?
Okay.
Man can say big up Lopetegui, but I can't say big up.
Absolutely not.
No, but on the realness,
Absolutely not.
With the realness of Spurs, though, it's like they absolutely slapped City. But let's not. Literally, the game before. Literally, the game before. We can praise them as long as we want, but then the team who lost to Ipswich right before beating City, you can't.
Thank you very much.
It's so Spursy.
Thank you very much,
Spurs.
guys.
By the way, I did anything on James Maddison?
Wait. No, Oscar. How many 12 games? How many games do you think Spurs have won this season? 12. How many games do you? No, because don't laugh. Because you lot want me to talk about Postecoglou. Let's talk about Postecoglou. We've played 12. They've played 12. How many have they won this season?
What have they won? Like 6?
Yeah, correct. How many have they lost this season?
4?
4?
Keep going.
What's the 6?
5?
They've lost 5. They've lost 5. They've drawn 1.
They lost 5. But they beat City.
You can't lose 5 games after 12.
No, Pete.
No, Pete.
Pete.
Do what I do. Praise this performance while still.
Yeah, we're talking about this performance.
Yeah, we're not telling you. We're not telling you that.
The most praise they're getting for this performance is how bad City were. That's the most praise they're getting.
What the hell? They played Judges and flipping Ben Davis a centre half.
Yeah, keep defense.
They left with a clean sheet.
I saw that defense. I was thinking,
Give me a over, man.
Dragiston, Abrada, and Davies.
You see, I put man's name in my mouth, and you see the blessing. You see that? I spoke to them last week.
Look at his top line. Look at the defensive back. The guy with a weird haircut with the top knot looking mad. And those two, with Ben Davies, the Welsh brother, stop Haaland. You have to rate him.
No, listen, don't get it twisted, right? Spurs have done incredibly well on the night. I'm struggling. Do you know why? Because what happened after the game? What happened after the game, right? What happened after the game? You know when you think, and I'm sure Postecoglou would be pissed off at this. What happened after the game? James Maddison starts doing a video to the Spurs fans about their great support and all this nonsense, right? I think listen, we get it. It was your birthday. We get it. You scored twice. You had a great performance. Sit down, bruv. You're behind. You're not even in the England squad, and I've seen Wharton go to the friggin' Euros. You just sit down.
See how quickly he went from, you know what, and then started cussing your players again. Go on.
Guys. Let me ask you right now. How many of you lot believe in thy heart, yeah, that Ange Postecoglou is going to turn Tottenham around? How many of you believe it?
No one. But we're just saying, give them
wait. So we're all in the same parish. We all agree that he's not going to make this work.
Parish, you know.
Yeah.
We said this though. We were just saying praise the football. They had an objectively very good performance against City.
They beat City 4-0. There's not going to be a more impressive result this season.
Let me guess. They get team of the week as well.
This is their peak.
They're in contention.
Hold on. Pete, who do you think has been team of the week?
Wolves. We'll move on though. We'll move on.
Oh yeah.
Brighton and Hove Albion. Brighton and Hove Albion.
It's not our year. You can't get it.
Because of let's
say what's to be today. Leave him.
Next
This
game.
is how he wants to be.
No, do you know what it is? No. At the end of the day, yeah, we could talk about Spurs beat Man City. They get one result a year, yeah, and you lot expect me to talk about this team.
I mean,
That's the one good result they will have for the rest of the season. That's the only result. Now, don't get me wrong, it was an impressive result. Let's be very clear. To top that would take some doing. Don't get me wrong. But we do this every single season. You lot ask me to praise, yeah, after a good result from Tottenham Hotspur. Go back to the podcast when Tottenham beat Man United 6-1 at Old Trafford. Go back.
We're saying praise.
You know what's sad? Like deep down, he's right. Like in terms of Tottenham. I mean, look, case the point. You know, lose to Ipswich one week, beat City the next. The Fulham game, we don't know what they're really saying.
Fulham on the weekend. They got AS Roma, yeah, who have just signed Claudio Ranieri, which, by the way, all of you scumbags, okay, who had a go at me, if this doesn't relate to you, it doesn't relate to you, but who had a go at me when I said Roma are on crack cocaine sacking Jose Mourinho. They've done 2 managers since him. He won them 2 European trophies. And you lot can't tell me the last time Roma won a trophy. Not that you watch Italian football like that, but you can't tell me when they last won a trophy. And guess what, guys? They are on their 3rd manager since Jose. Talk to me.
I love how we diverted. We just want to say
No, because Roma came
I'm a
to our
diverted. Big up Saar, big up Kulusevski, big up Nabbins, big up Dragican, big up Destiny. Vicario made some big saves as well. Poro scored against his former team.
He caught the ball twice. He made some big saves. I hear you still.
No, yes.
He powered through an injury. He's got a broken ankle now. He powered through.
he's got a broken ankle. Put it back on the line.
Hey, not Peter. So Endo is 24 and he's talking to me like I'm a big woman to you, man. Relax.
I lie. Mind you, I can't lie, guys. We've known Endo. I swear we've known Endo since he was 17. I could have sworn one year he was 17.
Wait,
17
what?
The maths doesn't work for 17.
But this
maybe 19.
Years old though.
This podcast is 10 years old.
Yeah, but we didn't know Endo until we started streaming live.
No,
How do you know that?
No, but Peter's an old man though, so if he's saying 17, then the maths might not be mathing.
No, hit me out, Ernest. He might have been in the comment section. We've been podding for 10 years.
The Endo started because on the podcast in lockdown.
That don't mean he was there.
No, but since
during the iTunes days, during those
I
iTunes
was aware when he was boss like Endo.
Are you just speculating that man's spirit was in the ends?
I'm just saying, innit? I remember Endo and 17 being a thing.
Okay.
Wait, what?
He will confirm. He will confirm more than I.
Allow it.
He'll confirm.
Pete, where are we going next?
Okay.
Well done, Spurs. Well done.
There you go. From one losing team to another. But we will go over. Listen, because of the fact that City have lost to Tottenham Hotspur, Liverpool get the chance to extend their lead as they did at St. Mary's with a Mo Salah double at the end to extend the lead to the top of the league table. AD, you must be like scenes of glorious emotion when you were watching that Southampton game. I want to rinse Southampton, but I first want to let you get your Liverpool wax off.
Let's still do the Poznan. Let's still do the Poznan. La 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 la. Let's still do that. And listen, next week when we lower the boom at Man City, my entrance is gonna be. I want to be doing the Poznan. I want to come in doing the Poznan, and I want to sing. We ain't got no money. We're gonna na. Now, but lads, on a serious note, yeah. I'm obviously big up the Southampton game, but I think let's talk about the matter at hand here. We've got an opportunity to put one hand on this league title. I cannot stress, and I can't enough stress the importance of Sunday, and we need to turn Anfield into a cauldron. We need to stone that bus. I want people pissed. I even want Liverpool fans to get nicked for being drunk and disorderly. I want it to be such a raucous crowd. I want it to look like Raw in 1998, bruv. Because guess what? As we mentioned earlier, 2019, City were in a sort of similar funk, whatever you want to call it. We went there, we slapped them 3-1. Thank you very much. On our way to a league title. Also, I've had enough of you Arsenal fans, by the way. I'm 9 points on top of you, but I'm the delusional one. You men have never cracked 90 points in the league ever in your life. You've not won a league. You've not won a league in 20 years. But you talk like you're some messiahs, like you've been there before. You know it, like you've done it.
Adrian, pause. This Mirad guy has been proven. Him and Peter, they've proven that the VVS's ain't real. The chain is fake. For the long.
First of all, AD, you were doing so well there. You were doing so friggin' well.
I saw AD delusional.
To say that we haven't cracked 90 is a howler. It's a howler. Because our last Premier League title was 90 points. That's a howler. That's fucking a howler.
Crazy though. 20 years is crazy though.
It's
crazy though.
Listen, it won't be 30 like Liverpool's. Hey.
Hey, sure about that?
You know, going back to down on decades. That's
leave them. No, but Peter,
Chelsea, don't talk Chelsea because it comes quick. It comes quick. Let me tell you right now. Chelsea, careful, it comes quick.
Hey,
United are on 12. United are on 12. It comes quick. Let me tell you right now.
12's not 20 though.
I'm just saying.
12's not 20 though. I was GCSE.
It's nearly 10 on Chelsea. Let's have it right. It's nearly 10 on Chelsea.
But it's not though.
No, but
it's 8 this year. It's 8 this year.
Can I ask you something though? Pierre, can I ask you something?
Yo.
I want to ask Lola this because Lola's respectable. Lola's rational. Lola's considered. Where do you and your Arsenal chums, when you get off talking to me as a Liverpool fan like this, where does Mirad, I'm asking you this, where does Mirad get off calling me delusional when I'm 9 points above him? Where?
Do you know what it is?
Answer me that.
Do you know what it is?
Answer me that. For flip's sake.
First and foremost, AD, how dare you? I've never called you out ever, right? I only call you out if you say something incorrect about Arsenal. I leave it there. Right. That's where my line. That's where my powder lays, right? But also, you've believed you would be winning the league for the last 6 years in a row. Now let's look at Liverpool's record in the last 6 years. Let's have a look at their league table in the last 6 years. Because every year you've believed. That is delusional. So last season you finished 10 points. Sorry, 9 points behind Man City last year.
Yep.
The year before that, you finished 77, 78. You finished 22 points behind Manchester City the year before that.
Okay.
You finished the year before that, you finished 1 point. I'll give you that one. 2021, you finished 69, 79, 89. You finished 17 points behind Manchester City the year before that. 2020, you won the league. 2019, you lost by 1 point. And maybe that was that the first time you would say you were thinking about winning the league? Was it 19 or 18?
Yeah.
Because 18, you were 25 points behind Manchester City. So, for a team that does 20s on a regular or like double figures on a regular, that's a lot. The two times Arsenal believed they would win the league, they lost by 5 and they lost by 2. You've lost by 10s, 15s, 17s, 20s.
Wait, what?
That's where the delusion comes from in terms of losing the league.
All right, listen. So let's just skip over last season when I keep it. Oscar. If we ever saw Tomiyasu playing in the 6th away at Nottingham Forest, we'll never hear the end of it. I promise you that.
We had Thomas Partey at right back, innit? First of all, we didn't lose the league because of injuries. We didn't lose the league because of injuries. You know this, AD. Come on, AD. You know this.
We didn't.
Well. You know where I stand when it comes to Arsenal losing leagues. Yeah,
right.
It's not an injury thing. You, however, bring up the injuries only.
Okay.
Double figures in terms of points.
Now, Peter, those were some damning results. Those were some damning numbers, I'll be honest. But listen, I think we sort of cast our minds back on Sunday, right? It's what champions do. What I would say is most. Yeah, listen, I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in, and Mo Salah is a phenomenon. He's the heartbeat of this football side. He's our best creator. He's our best goal scorer, and you see, and you see the impacts week after week after week. But man just scored a brace like it was nothing.
It's in his stride.
In his stride. So I think
though. That's the question.
New hairline, new vibes, innit? You know what he's doing. He's on locked in.
By the way, I just want to put it out there, just in case anyone is wondering. I want a body like Salah's.
Huh?
You heard me. You think he was going to fling off the top, and you didn't think I was going to stare and admire that? Do you know how many times I've watched that celebration? Okay.
Why?
Okay. Sorry, AD, carry on.
Personally, I rate the confidence because personally, that's like there's no kind of fear of it. Salah's has an objective.
I want a body like Salah's.
Have you seen me? I look friggin' rotund. I want a body like that. What are we talking about? Let's not pretend. Let's not friggin' pretend.
Hey,
yo.
He said, is that wrong? Is it?
Lola?
An objective fit body. That's not a thing. He didn't say he wanted to be with him.
You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much. Yeah, my bra size is probably bigger than yours. Let me tell you something right now. I need that Salah body. I need that Salah body right now.
Peter. I think who needs it more than you? Liverpool Football Club need it because you see, if you've noticed, what Salah does, yeah. Whenever Salah backs off the top, he's making a statement. But typically, do you know what it is? Typically, he'll go in a funny run. The goals aren't really coming, and then they're talking crazy in his name. They're talking wicked in his name. It happened against United. It happened over at Southampton. Funny enough, in the title running. But you see, this time, do you know who it was? Who he directed that to?
Was that the board?
Absolutely, FSG. Take your fingers out of your backsides and give me what I want. I want a 3-year deal and I want 500k a week. Give it to me because look at me. I'm in the peak of my powers. I'm not a normal 32-year-old. I'm not. I'm Mohamed Salah. I'm a phenomenon. I'm a super athlete. I take care of myself. I look after myself. And literally, what you're saying to that board is, feast your eyes on this. Do you want this? Because I can do it. I could do it for another 3 years. If that's what it takes, give it to me. 400k a week. It's mine. This is my team. And I'm carrying this team to a friggin' league title. Show me some bloody respect and give me what I'm worth.
Yes, AD. Shout out to SW6. He will be player of the year. He will be player of the season.
It's a perfect.
So it's done.
The perfect score's happening right now.
The thing is, that was fantastic motivate. Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's saying Lola.
Liverpool have like the perfect storm of having like people are fit, they're playing well, new back, but also we can't ignore the whole contract year. That adds to it because Salah in general is a madness. Salah in a general thing is a madness. Adding the fact that now contract talks about players generally speaking, contract year they move max. Yes, the energy and everything's up. You know, but contract year plus Liverpool being players being fit plus new hairline is long.
Shit.
So like imagine he goes to like I don't know Madrid or Barcelona. It's like you want this kind of fit of Salah elsewhere.
So the word on the street is that
he will be surely he will be player of the year.
It's because we are still very early. Like if you look at this time last season,
so early.
He would have been player of the year. Palmer wouldn't have been young player of the year. You have to peak at the right time.
Fine. You have to
peak at like March.
Fair enough. That it shows how much of a faster player of the year thing it probably is. Then, in fairness,
really?
Because if I believe what Oscar's actually saying in terms of like if you have to peak, say from like February, March up until the end of the season, if you're hot stuff, your chances of you getting the player of the year. It's not the case every season, because there's some seasons where they look at the longevity of a player and they think, you know what, we can't deny it. This is who it is. But
and
Salah, I can't see Salah slowing down.
He tends to. He always does. Like every time that Christmas tree goes up.
What, when he looks to Jesus? Yeah, you're saying that's it.
Rod says, I believe Oscar, but I cannot believe what you've just said. What did I just say? I didn't say nothing crazy.
Adrian, the word on the street is that at the moment he's on 350k a week, which is fair enough. FSG want to re-sign him, but on a lower wage, so like a wage cut. And him and his agent are saying no.
Why should he get a wage cut?
Well, they haven't given him an offer. He said that himself.
Here's the thing.
Here's
the thing, guys. Let's keep it a buck.
That's what the word in the street is, that they want to give him a reduced contract.
Let's talk. But Robin, let's have a real talk here. Let's have a real talk about Liverpool Football Club, guys. Because the truth of the matter is this: they are not Man City, they are not Chelsea, they are not Manchester United. They don't have money going and going. Okay, and I genuinely think the only reason Liverpool have not renewed a contract or have not given him, let's say, the 400 or whatever it is, I genuinely believe it's because they cannot afford to do so. And here's the reality of football. Here's the reality of life, right? Like this, sometimes, you know what it is? Liverpool, and what I mean by this is sometimes you can punch the glass ceiling, right? And leave a crack, but it doesn't mean you're going to shatter the whole thing. It doesn't mean you can. Now, don't get me wrong, they've had players go, you know, they've let big salaries go and everything else like that. But I don't think Liverpool have necessarily been a club of a big wage bill in general anyway. And the question may be that, you know what, why doesn't these owners or investors have more money? Like Arsenal could afford to throw friggin' 300 at an Aubameyang and an Ozil, for example, but not now. You know, not now. And I think there's some clubs out there where you look at it and think Liverpool, I don't think are being stingy. I just think they're looking at the club more so than they're looking at the player. I am hacked off, by the way, with Jamie Carragher because he keeps chatting. And he came out today saying, you know what? Like Salah's been disrespectful, he's been selfish, he's been this, that, and the other. Because obviously he's decided when to talk about the contract with NBC and everything else like that. Okay, fine. But it smelled the same kind of thing that he did with Sterling. When Sterling wanted to leave, he went straight for his head top.
What did Carragher say?
Oh, he said, like I just said, he said he was being selfish. He was thinking about himself, not thinking about the club. He has no reason to think about the club. Like they asked him. The funny thing is, the reporter asked him, like, "Are you disappointed that they haven't given you a new contract?" He goes, "Of course." So my stance is that Salah wants to be at Liverpool on the right wage, you know, not be devalued, actually be valued at the football club. And that's the end of that conversation. If Liverpool have already got him on 300 or whatever it is, 350, and they cannot afford to put him on 400 or 500, unfortunately, Salah has to just say, you know what, see you later, mate. I'll leave on a free transfer and I'll speak to you. I'll speak to whoever it is, whatever club it may be in December, January time. So Liverpool, I just genuinely think, are between a rock and a hard place. They want to keep Salah with all their might. I don't think they can afford him. Genuinely.
They can if they let, but it will probably get rid of another high wage player.
Because bear in mind, Lola, Van Dijk.
They're most likely losing Trent. So
they're in the same situation with these players.
So I think unless Liverpool are just longing out to be extra, they will probably. What's the big three issue now is what's Van Dijk, Trent, and Salah. I think unless they've got like money hidden and they're just being long, it's gonna take one of those three leaving for the other two to be able to get a boost of money.
Yeah, probably so.
So in that vein, then, guys, who should the two, like, let's just say we do get to that ultimatum. Yeah. What two should Liverpool prioritize of the three players?
Salah and Trent. Van Dijk, see, it was great to know
Van Dijk can go.
Meet you. Van Dijk, see you
I'll be
later.
real.
We'll get another
Are you serious?
No, because Van Dijk isn't like out of this world. You know, like, no. Hear me out. Hear me out when I say this. Trent, we've never seen this. Salah, we've never seen this. I'm talking about as a Liverpool person, right? We've never seen Trent. We've never seen Salah. Van Dijk, we can get again. And he doesn't need to be as good as Van Dijk. He could just be a solid centre half, partnered with Konate. We go again. Not Trent, not Salah. I'm so sorry. Not Dragon. Come on.
We can all say that Van Dijk is the best centre back in the world, right? Even then, some people argue. Some people say whether or not we believe or not. Rudiger, you know what I mean? But the point is, like, I think
there's defenders.
Yeah. One of those things, for me, it's either going to be Trent or Van Dijk. Now, Van Dijk, like it or not, of age, he's had the ACL. Certain things is like you can't. If you got Konate, he's a crack. Konate, by the way, he's a bit of a crackhead, by the way, but that's by the by. You can't. Centre back. Obviously, he might not be Van Dijk level, but you can have Konate elevate to Van Dijk level and get someone else to be a partner to Konate, and then you can kind of build around. I feel like Trent is so special. Salah is literally, you can do that what you want, but it's facts. Salah is, I mean, like Van Dijk is Van Dijk. Obviously, he's Van Dijk, but there is like, I think you can replace him, or you can find a centre back. If that makes sense.
I still don't understand how Liverpool have allowed Trent's contract to get into this situation, because that's
that's the bizarre one.
Do you know what? Do you know what it is? I generally just think Madrid have just been in his ear for like a whole year.
Pouring that honey in there.
I don't know.
I think Liverpool. Do you know why? Because obviously he's buddy with Jude, so he's probably they're just talking.
I don't think that's that much of a big, like, it's a sweetener. Don't get me wrong, but when you're talking about
it's a sweet, bro.
No,
it's a cherry tea.
Wait, so you mean to tell me he's gonna go to Real Madrid just off the strength of Jude being there?
I'm not saying just the scope.
It's just because it's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid plus.
It's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid. Plus his boy saying, "Yo, come over."
I think that's like 5% of the reason, man. But I hear it.
I think it's 5% or 2%. It's enough. It could be the push.
For fair. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, fair. It can be. Yeah, absolutely.
To answer Oscar's question, I genuinely think it's because they got in a situation where, like, it was by accident that all three of these are quite hot property and hot prospect. And who knows? I think maybe 3 or 4 years ago, all three of these players were renewed contracts, and we were there like probably waxing lyrical about Liverpool keeping their assets, this, that, and the other.
I think they assumed, and I think a lot of people assume, not just them, Salah wouldn't be as good. I think that's what it actually was.
Absolutely.
Maybe so. Yeah, maybe so.
Salah would be going downhill. So, like, this season, even this season, they thought, we have a good season, he'll wind down, flog him off to Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia will be calm. But Salah is like, I'm not going anywhere. And that's what put the wrench in the works. They assumed we could get rid of Salah, just him going free. Obviously, you're going to get money from him, but it's not going to happen. But you can remove his wages and keep him to. But Salah...
Lola, do you know what they thought? They thought this contract was his last contract.
They want that. They thought it was the last one.
Yeah. I think you're absolutely bang on. And I think that the generation of... Because when Salah probably signed that deal maybe 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 30-plus-year-olds were not playing like this.
Yeah.
Your Harry Kanes are 30. Your Salahs are 30. Yeah. Who else is 30 that I saw the other day get a new contract and it was a no-brainer? There's other players who are 30 and above.
Well, Lewandowski?
Lewandowski's
it might have been it might have been people like them.
And also, I think remember, I think everyone always say Salah and Klopp were linked. If Klopp was going, Salah probably goes well. Klopp's gone. I think the assumption was Klopp's gone, Salah will follow.
Yeah.
I think Salah doesn't mind staying. Listen, if the money's right, he'll be like, listen.
But I'm saying,
I'll stay.
Of course, he wouldn't mind staying. Liverpool's a great club. He's been there for time. He's like doing a madness.
Yeah. I think he's a legend.
I generally think the whole point was, I think everyone, and again, it's not just like the club. Pundits, a lot of people saying anything, they thought Salah would be going downhill.
Yeah. It's, I mean, to the clubs and teams where he could possibly go, in terms of having a conversation in January, will be very, very interesting to see. But yeah, that's the situation with Liverpool. 3 points again on the weekend. They extend their lead, and a big game next weekend.
Did Southampton deserve a penalty?
Oh my God! So hang on. Guys, I'm sick to death with this football club. I'm sick to death of them. I've rinsed this football club. It was, what is? I'll tell you when it began. You guys were on a podcast when I wasn't there, unfortunately. I don't know where I was. I had gone somewhere. and it was Bournemouth Southampton on the Monday night, and you guys were doing the podcast, and you lot mentioned things during the podcast about Southampton's conceded goals. There were 3 down at halftime against Bournemouth.
I remember that pod. Yes, I do.
And they were still passing out from the back in the second half. And I said, okay, cool. I said, okay, you lot have made this interesting. I'm going to watch this game. I watched the game, guys. I was spitting blood, like as if I'm a Southampton fan, because I'm not. Let's have it right. I'm not. I was spitting blood at that point. I was coughing, blood was coming out, you name it. Then I've watched them since, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. Because again, I think they came to the Emirates after that, and they were god awful. I said, if you ever play that nonsense with us, we will deal with you. It doesn't matter what kind of form we were in, we will deal with you. And we dealt with them. I then watched them on the weekend against Liverpool, blood. First of all, this team is not fit to be in the Premier League. Fitness, they're just not fit to be in the Premier League. But I see them. I see Alex McCarthy in goal. I said, "Boy, hang on a minute. First of all, if you've got grey hair in football, you shouldn't be in the Premier League."
He's a cart horse, and he's like Ben Foster's age. What's he still doing there?
You shouldn't be in the Premier League. If we're seeing greys, because bear in mind, greys are uncles and aunties, right? Mom, dad. 50, 60, 70 going on. You're in your 30s, maybe 40s, because goalkeepers last a little bit longer. I should not be seeing greys at that age. What does that tell me? Life has been hard. It's been frigging hard, right? So the stress is outrageous. So I see him in goal. I said, Alex McCarthy. I remember him doing videos during lockdown, because obviously I'm goalkeepers union. I keep an eye on the goalkeepers. I see him doing videos in lockdown. He had this thing where he had a machine where the ball shoots out at him. He has to try and make the save. Guys, he conceded it every single time. And the worst thing is, he was giving us a lesson on goalkeeping. That's what the worst part of the video. He was giving us a lesson about goalkeeping. I'm sitting there thinking, let me have a butch. Let me have a butchers on this. I said, Alex McCarthy, I can't lie. You've not been tearing up any trees in your whole career. You've never been a good goalkeeper. But you've held that number 1 shirt at Southampton. And to be fair, even when they've had like Angus Gunn, they've had Fraser Forster, they've had all sorts of goalkeepers there, right? He still happens to have the number 1 wearing shirt. And I've always wondered why. This guy never made one save. Then I see him rock up to Liverpool at home. I said, oh God, no. But then I thought, do you know what? Because he's not a ball-playing goalkeeper, they're going to kick it long. They're going to do, change different formation. I thought, what's the manager's name? Is it Russell Martin?
Yeah.
Finally change, right? Friggin' moron. If he's going to change, it will be the goalkeeper that will make him change. He's passing the ball out from the back. Guys, do you remember how many times the ball went out and they lost possession before the first goal? I said, I'm sick to death of this football club. I'm sick of them. Because the fact they should sack him now. Why is he still there? How has Steve Cooper lost his job and Russell Martin is still at Southampton now? He should not be there.
They play because they look a bit nice when they lose.
Did you see the football? Guys, it was bad against Bournemouth. They
were winning at one point.
They had 78% possession against Bournemouth away. They were 3 down at halftime.
Robin, let's deep it. They were winning at one point, and then who killed the freaking Salah goal when this one decided to come out and run out like he's a freaking Roman? What was that?
Yeah, I don't know why they gifted so many goals.
Gravenberch couldn't believe his luck. He looked at this. He said, "Hang on, Salah, are you making a run? I'll send that over." The goalkeeper's come out flipping. What's the goalkeeper doing?
Dippin did all he could do.
Szoboszlai's goal. Szoboszlai's goal, guys. What's the goalkeeper doing? Passing it out from the back.
The camera didn't even catch it. That's how rogue and left field it was. Yeah. It's like, surely nothing's going to go on here. And all of a sudden, Szoboszlai's got the ball at the edge of the box and it's an open net.
Guys, when the camera pans elsewhere, you've cocked up. Cocked up. If the camera's elsewhere, but our next vision is Szoboszlai putting it into an empty net, you know you've cocked up. You know you have. It's a shocker, guys. I've watched this guy. I've watched Southampton. Russell Martin needs to be frigging spoken about here because he was a garbage player at Norwich anyway. He's a garbage manager in the Premier League.
You know when you've got a player that like doesn't like to pass the ball and they just want to take on and get all the glory. That's what Russell Martin is doing. He's playing for himself. He wants to be Vincent Company. He wants the next move.
Yeah, he's
playing for himself. He's not like, for the club.
It is that because like I said, well, I was joking about it, but every once in a while, Southampton do put some patterns together, they make some runs, they have some things.
Absolutely.
That's the problem. He knows for a fact these men aren't going to do a thing, but if I make him look nice every once in a while in a game, I can angle for a better job when these lot go down.
Yeah. Yep.
Absolutely travesty because Diblin is doing a lot of this heavy lifting for him.
Guys.
Heavy lifting.
Guys.
Another problem.
Lola, what we need, listen, Bayern Munich cannot win the league this year.
They will though.
They're well on their way.
Reasons.
They're well on their way.
No, they cannot win the league this year. Because if you think I'm going to sit up here and put up with Company's Burnley last year and Martin Southampton this year, you got another thing coming.
I mean,
you got another thing coming.
They are winning. If you look at the Bundesliga table, service resumed.
Let me tell you something right now. I will never watch a Southampton game until the last game of the season when Arsenal are away at St. Mary's. I am not watching a Southampton game this season.
Company winning the league is like super woke. That's like a Hollywood film. That's like Remember the Titans.
No, he's winning.
I think Bayern they're like 10 points ahead from Leipzig.
No, but it's like you know when the Disney movies end and like the like happy music crescendos in like the last 30 minutes.
And freeze frame. And then there's still kind of what happened this season.
And then they're gonna have Morris Chestnut playing him as well.
But you know what?
Hello,
what happened? Southampton will get relegated because they're not good. And then Palace will find a way to stay up. And then you'll find him still in the league because Palace will fire my man.
No. Oh, steady.
Yeah, stay there. Man. Stay there with that.
Oliver Glasner is going nowhere.
Yeah. Get on the Glasner train. Get on the train.
Get on the frigging Glasner train now, Lola. I know you're Palace through and through. Get on the frigging Glasner train right now. Don't you ever talk disrespect his name. Don't ever talk about him bad. When I see you in February, January time, I'll see you then.
Honestly, relax. I just like them. Rubbish. They're in the relegation zone. I'm allowed to say that he's on his issues.
Lola, let's keep it up. You know what's so funny? Do you know what's so funny? We know who's going down. We know who the bottom three are now. We know.
That's what I said. I said he's going to stay up, but I can easily see Palace because the Palace firing him. And then my man who showed that I can play pretty football.
Yeah.
Palace.
Football. They're happening.
Guys, before we move on, because we do need to move on to the next game, I'm trying to give it a little update on what's going on at St. James's Park. West Ham have battered Newcastle. They've just played.
Say that again. Say it again.
West Ham have battered Newcastle United. Yeah, I've seen. By the way, before you start clapping, Peter, I saw your mate Bruno Guimaraes get hooked off after being dominated by Thomas Souček and Carlos Soler. Yeah, in the midfield for about 90 minutes.
Let's have it right. Don't disrespect Carlos Soler, by the way.
Who's disrespected him? I'm just telling you.
Do you know what club did he come from? If you know who he is, you don't know. Stop there. Step steady on Carlos Soler.
He's got good hair though.
Yes, right?
Oh come on, AD. You're better than that. You're better. You're better.
He's about PSG before.
You're better. Ernest knows ball. Go on, Ernest. Tell him.
Carlos Soler, by way of España, by way of Valencia, by way of
Mojo knows
of Bahrain, you know.
Do you know who the manager of Valencia is right now? You want to talk nostalgia? Let's talk.
They're like 20th, by the way. They're in the relegation zone.
I don't give a damn. They won on the weekend first and foremost.
I don't know him.
Ruben Baraka.
What that's really getting damned.
Ruben Baraka, left foot, right?
Yes, yeah.
Sweet left peg. All right. Pete, where are we going next?
Oh well, I think it's a manager who should be losing his job to a manager who's just joined a new football club. Mr. Ruben Aimorim has tasted the delights of Manchester United, who got a 1-1 draw against Ipswich Town at what is there? Portman Road.
Who cares about what it's called? Ipswich.
Why
a heritage ground.
Mo, why am I shameless? Talk to me.
This is the same ground that Marcus Bent and Titus Bramble were playing on.
Hey, listen, Marcus Stewart as well. Show some freaking respect.
By the way,
Some respect.
Hey guys, I was listening to listening to something of Marcus Ben. Yeah, did you guys know he had like a troubled life?
He looked gangster. I can't lie. He looked like he was from the ends. You see,
But
Darren and
he
Marcus.
got taken by the police and stuff.
Listen, when you look at Marcus and Darren, one went to school, the other one went to Penn. You just know.
Did the Marcus have contact lenses?
Yeah.
Colored contact. They're like green eyes, no?
He had green eyes in 03, bro. This
Gangster.
Marcus.
First of all, before we get on to the actual events of the game, I just want to say I was watching Sky Sports. Obviously, Sky Sports obviously have the coverage for this one. Yeah, guys, it might be time to let go of Peter Drury because it was too much.
Thank the Lord of Heavens. Oh my God, wait there. Oscar, wait there. Let me thank God because he's answered my prayers. I have declared and asked for this for I don't know how long. And just when I thought he was failing me, he has actually turned my morning into dancing. I cannot believe Oscar is here. Because you know what the first thing I was going to say, Oscar? You took it out of my mouth. Pause. I was literally going to say, we need to be done with Peter Drury. If you guys are not done with Peter Drury, you guys are sick in the head. Because
did you hear his commentary for Rashford's goal?
For Rashford's goal.
Oh my gosh. He said it was utopian. He said Rashford scoring against Ipswich was utopian.
Like, Oscar,
come on, man. Come on, brother.
Oscar Peter said, never move over.
Guys.
Coming across the line.
No, guys.
Yeah, I can't lie, man.
You're lucky. You're lucky.
Endo says, "All my life, I'm taking a washed-up Martin Tyler over Drury." SW6 says, "I told people Drury ain't the dog." Look, yeah, when we weren't hearing him week in week out, yeah, we would just get his best clips. They would find their way onto Twitter, his best moments. But hearing him, man said utopian. I couldn't believe this. He spoke about it like it was Coventry winning the FA Cup or something.
Do you know what the worst thing about it is, Oscar? He had that written down.
Yeah.
You know full well the first Aimorim goal, that was what we were going to get. That's what we were getting. And I cannot believe, I am sick to death of this commentator. And I cannot believe, honestly, I said it to you when we were getting bite-sized Peter Drury. Because, whoa. Peter Drury from like 2010, Oscar, he's been driving me frigging nuts. And now in 2024, finally, somebody. Oscar, I can't believe you've turned around. I honestly,
we only used to hear him at like Champions League. Remember when Roma knocked out Barcelona? And it was big moment.
I heard this guy.
Now he's going crazy over openers in 2 minutes.
Oscar, in 09, when Arsenal went to Anfield against Liverpool, 4-4, Arshavin, 4. He said Benayoun, Yossi Benayoun. And that's when I drew the line with him. I said, whoever that is, I want to hear him again.
We got to get to the game. Robinho, talk to us, man.
What should I say about this game?
You tell me, mate.
In general, I said it in the group chat. This felt like the biggest preseason game of a game that's in the season. Because we were like, new manager, we know it's a new system, we don't know how it's going to look like, what it's going to look like, so on and so forth. And in general, what I got from that game is that there's about 6 players that could probably fit in this. And I said, hey, there's a lot of changes that's needed to be done. There's a lot of changes that need to be done in this club. And you can see that Aimorim, through that 90 and through his post comments, that he's like, yeah, this is going to be a very, very long months ahead to try and drill these things. Because he pretty much cussed the players. And rightly so. The first 80 seconds was like, yeah, cool, great. We got the goal, 1-0 up. And it just looked like some players tried to go into positions that they weren't playing. Ahmad was fine. Mazraoui was fine. Dalot could not keep his position. Cass and Anderson could not keep their positions. Garnacho is trying to be a one-man hero. And we'll get onto him later because there's some things I need to say about him. But in general,
So we'll come to Garnacho later. What's the things to say about him? He's whack, bro.
But ultimately, it's just like the first 10 minutes of just trying to keep the shape or trying to follow instructions, and they couldn't keep it up. And there was one thing that I saw on Twitter, and I was taught to Ernest, that the 3-4-3 system, you need to be fit. Like they said it's a young man system. And the legs that I was seeing, I was like, some of these people are not cut out for this system. And it's going to be interesting on how it goes forward. I'm a bit disappointed. I'm a bit disappointed how we conceded, and I'm not taking away from Hutchinson because bang over goal. But unfortunately, the head of deflection that caught him out of the way. Yeah. But it's just one of those ones where you can see at coming towards the end of the first half, they were getting tired. And then in the second half, you can see towards the last few minutes, they're getting tired again. Because when it comes to 3-4-3, you are running a lot more. You are trying to move as a team. And this Man United players, they're a bunch of players. They're not a team. And that's my issue with that when it comes to this. So I liked what I see in some places, but then I was like, we can't do this all season long if we're trying to amount to something. So I don't know how Aimorim's going to change, but he's doing things and he's saying the right things. Will that amount to something? Is what I have to wait and see. But I'll stop here and let Ernest take over.
Hey, God, that's a black man. He's not good. He's not. There. Listen, I told Diallo today at the shop. Yeah, I think I've changed my stance on young players, man. If you ain't, what's it called? If you're good enough, you're old enough. Yeah. This business of man have to wait. Yeah, bro. I've waited for bare players. You know. Do you remember Yanazai?
Oh, Adnan.
Where's James Wilson? Brother, wow. I've waited for bare players to cook.
Will Keane.
I wait for these men to cook. The stove's not on. I've watched Hell's Kitchen as my guilty pleasure since like 6-7 years ago. Yeah,
it's a great show.
Elite TV. Yeah. There was one episode. Yeah, one of the contestants didn't have the stove on. Like, what's going on here?
The scallops are raw.
Hey, when Gordon Ramsay says raw, I feel it in my spirit. Raw.
Oh my god,
brother. Hey, anyway, back to the game.
That's a great show. Sorry, Ernest. That's a great
Hell's Kitchen. I've watched like all the seasons, like at least twice.
Do you know how much Gordon Ramsay content I've watched in my life?
I watch any show he makes.
Where's the lamb sauce?
He even did hotel stuff for a while. I was in.
I watched season 10. Yeah, how can someone get the lamb wrong? Yeah, so the garnish is the spinach. A man left this in the oven. And so by the time the lamb was ready, the spinach was burnt. I
didn't say season 10. He's been watching. I'm watching.
No, because season 10 is on YouTube, so you don't even have to go on like Prime or whatever.
Who is it? Yeah, I might run that.
They squeezed like 3 episodes into one YouTube video. It's bad. Anyway. Garnacho is whack. He is not good. That's the third time I told you in a matter of like 10 minutes. He's not good. Yeah. Robin has said a lot of what we said in the shop today. There's players who we know ain't gonna be able to deal with this. Because guys, you see, fundamentally, the reason why the Premier League is easily the toughest league in the world, yeah, is because like look at why man are rating McTominay and Conor Gallagher. The engine, the V12 on these dons is
what's in the V12?
Is different. The horsepower pause is crazy on this guy.
Good catch.
Yeah, so like,
that was not a pause,
Adrian, because of you, I'm on point. I gotta get, you know what I mean? That's the iron sharp as iron in that. But
hey yo,
and that's crazy as well.
No, scripture is not a pause moment. No.
Yeah.
Hey,
No.
Vibes Cartel said he was praying to God. He said he was on his knees. What?
Why? I got down on my knees. Why?
Hey, anyway,
I'm savage.
Bro, that book in Romans where they say they created their own kinds of evil. I hear it. It didn't lie.
Yeah.
Nah, why is bad? But anyway, what was I gonna say? Hey, you see. Okay, I'm gonna mention the players I think will be, because I'm giving a lot of these guys till May to show me. Yeah, I think Haaland, Xerxes, Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, Diogo Dalot. I think Casemiro, Johnny Evans, and Eriksen are all gone. As far as like when I say gone, I'm saying maybe we can't sell them, but they will not feature regularly in the starting 11 if we have options. Do you know what I mean? So the players I've mentioned, I think Luke Shaw straight on like pure availability will not be around. But I think purely from just an athletic perspective, I think we are far behind most teams in the Premier League purely from an athletic perspective. Like, we do not cover ground as much as like all the other teams in the Prem. And that's why I'm shook of Nottingham Forest. I'm shook of Arsenal. I'm shook of City. I'm shook of Liverpool. It's like part of the reason why we're not as good anymore is definitely a quality issue. But at the same time, you're like, we are so lethargic. Everything is pedestrian. And that's been a problem, I'll probably say, since like Ollie's third season, that has not been able to be fixed for whatever reason. But yeah, like for me, I think Aimorim is clocking. He said a lot of things that I liked. He talked about Bruno being like addicted to the long pass. He's just addicted to the Hollywood. Do you know what I mean? He was talking about Dalot's ill discipline in moving into midfield instead of staying positionally like where he's supposed to be at right back. He praised Mazraoui. He praised Ahmad. People that we all rate. Do you know what I mean? And so I don't know what's going to happen after May with some of these guys. But I'm giving the players till May. The manager, for me, you know, the mistake he made, in my opinion, was playing Ahmad at right wing back. I don't think that should have happened. Even though he got an assist and I think he balled out defensively, I think play players where they were born to play. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to hampering them to accommodate players who are not good enough. You know, so I didn't understand why Ahmad was playing right wing back, but he did well. He did his thing. Onana, since Tottenham, I've not cussed him. There was a goal we conceded against Tottenham. I was like, my brother, like, you haven't even used your arm here, man. And then since then, I've not said anything bad about him. He's been one of our best players after the horrendous haram that he was causing last year. And so I think this season is definitely like it's a free hit. We've got nothing to look forward to. Maybe we can go do something in Europa League. Maybe. But I have no reference point for Aimorim because I don't rate the Portuguese league. I think he's done well for being 39 and winning 2 league titles. I think he has done well. But
he's 39.
He's 39, bro.
He's 39.
Remember, he played for Portugal in what Euro was it? He come off the bench 1 Euro.
I think it was 2012.
2012.
It might have been 12.
He played against us for Braga in 2012. He played against
in the Champions League, yeah.
I was gonna say it's mad. Then I remembered Hutzler's 31.
Yeah.
And he's at his third job now, Aimorim.
Yeah, he's at his third job because of political reasons. Do you know what I mean? That man didn't have their cultural licenses and that. So it's his peak. Man was doing the illegal thing. So
let it run, man. That can run.
His coaching.
Yeah, he didn't have his coaching badge, so he was the assistant manager. He wasn't the manager.
He didn't have his papers.
No papers.
So what's the what are we talking about then?
The squad view him as the manager, even though he was the assistant. Do you know what I mean? So,
technicality.
But he said a lot of things. He said a lot of things that if you watch United week in, week out, you know what he's talking about. It's just a matter of I like his mentality. I like the way he makes his points. I just wait on results, because he was saying that, you know, he doesn't understand why he's done so many interviews. Like, why do you guys need to hear my voice so much? Let me go and coach these players, because I think I think yesterday proved to him anyway that ultimately the job is massive. And on one hand, you're grateful that we've been able to get rid of people like Wan-Bissaka and McTominay, but on the other hand, we had idiots dealing with green lights for people like Xerxes, because I generally don't think it's going to work out. I do not think that's going to work out. Guys, I put a comp here in the group chat before the podcast started. I genuinely don't believe he's this slow. He cannot be this slow. Or Serie A is just like an R&B slow jam thing, because the pace of the game he was playing for Bologna, brother.
First of all, Ernest, you brought them up, and I'm glad you did.
Yeah.
Let me know what you know about Bologna.
The sauce.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Bolognese is simply a sauce from Bologna. That's all that means. That's all it means. What else do you know about that football club?
The sauce.
Just the sauce. Okay.
The colors are maroon and dark blue.
They've done nothing in Serie A since we've been alive.
Yeah.
Xerxes is trash, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but the thing is, I asked the question of why we signed him when he said he's not a 9 or a 10.
There you go.
And I'm like, what? Are you the train station at Hogwarts? What's going on here? Like, he's moving mad.
Where's the 9 3/4?
Brother, he's moving crazy.
That's a 9 3/4.
So
he's got his work cut out, man. No, sorry, I was just gonna say Amorim's got his work cut out, man. He knows that he has to, because the fact that he already acknowledged first game that they're thinking too much. You know, the press did not exist. I was meant to say this about Man City, by the way, because that's another thing I noticed about their game. But with Manchester United, obviously he's got the players set up in certain positions, and some of the players are just like, "Wait, are you sure? Are you sure I should be here?" And it's like, we were saying this before he joined, that the one thing he has to get nailed in straight away is the mentality of this team. And yeah, some people will not be able to swim, and some people will glide. Will Michael Phelps the thing?
But I think bar one or two newcomers from the Dutch hostile takeover, the Dutch dictatorship, we don't know about a lot of these guys. Like, I think Mazraoui's are currently our best player.
Really?
Bruv.
He's so lovely.
He's a better footballer than Bruno. He's a better footballer than Bruno. Do you know what I mean?
I love Mazraoui.
Interesting. Okay, I'll keep an eye on him.
No,
player, man.
He's tidy. I think they said he won the most duels either for us or in the Premier League this weekend or something. But he doesn't look. When you watch him, he doesn't look like he's about.
Yeah.
But then he does so much that when he's not there, it's a John Obi Mikel thing. When he's not around, it's long for us.
Gilberto Silva.
He's very competent.
He's a competent footballer.
Yeah, like you don't get idiocy. Like you just get
like apparently the talk is the only reason he Bayern sold him is because he said something about Palestine.
Yeah, literally, that's the only reason.
Do you know what I mean? That's the only reason.
Yeah, is that how Bayern are moving?
No, Oscar, we got him for £15 million.
Oscar, have you not been to Bayern? Have you not seen the Bundesliga? The Bundesliga, as David calls it.
I didn't know that's how they move.
They don't
And
do
also,
nothing
Bayern.
No, but no, guys, like 15 million is a steal when we actually look at it.
100%.
It depends. Well, let's slow down. We got to see the product. We got to see it.
Of course.
Like 15 million is not a lot of money in today's climate. Sure, no doubt about that. Let's see the product.
Yeah, fair enough. But the thing is, Oscar, like Bayern Munich used to have a swastika in their logo. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, like the history behind that club.
What years was this?
Oh, this is like
World War II.
Nah, but what year did the swastika come out? That's what I'm
No, like this is
immediately after. But yeah, but that's a history lesson.
I'll do my research.
When the brother died, I mean, how long are we keeping this on for? It's not
but
like,
yeah,
you know,
anyway, yeah, for me, it's just a question of separating the wheat from the chaff between now and May. In the meantime,
but you know what? Yeah, saying that, Ernest, though, so here's the thing: what do you reckon Amorim's target is this season?
Well, what are the salvageable points in the Prem this season? I'm going on the basis that I'm not Ineos and I don't know the data that justifies where we should finish based on each individual player. I'm saying if I'm Ineos and I'm looking at the point how far we are from, say, the top six currently should be our target. But I'm watching.
Not four.
I said it to you guys when Ten Hag got sacked. I do not know how bad or how good this team is.
Yeah.
Because West Ham thoroughly beat Newcastle today. Balled out. Yeah. I don't rate Lopetegui, but they balled out today.
Why don't you rate Lopetegui? Can I ask why? What should be
good?
Because
he's a top manager, Ernest.
Cool.
Well, I was going to say, Peter, we are 3 points from sixth. Wow. So it's like,
because I genuinely thought he was signed because Man United feel like they should be in the top four. Genuinely,
Ten Hag was trash.
But Ten Hag was trash. They gave him a new deal.
You sound like Ineos, and I'm saying that they will feel like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, what do Ineos feel? Sorry, let me rephrase. What do Ineos feel like bringing Amorim in today is because we think Man United should be X.
So my perspective on last season was we were 9 points off Aston Villa. We were 3 wins from Champions League football this season, yeah? So looking at it from that perspective and how lower into the trenches Villa have gotten in the last few weeks, can we climb over Brighton, Newcastle, Tottenham, Villa to make it, because I think Chelsea are currently like the 4th best team in the league. Do you know what I mean? They're doing their thing. Are we better than Chelsea currently? I don't think so. Can we climb over the other teams to finish 5th? Maybe. But again, I was telling Robin this, either he says we're going to stop the bleeding and we're going to stop conceding dumb goals and we're going to try our best to just counter. Or does he go in straight 3-4-3? I'm gonna show you what I'm on from now. So by pre-season, you guys are well tailored to this thing. So it's one of the two. So in that, there's a lot of losses that come with that. Because this was Ipswich Town we played and we didn't win.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. I was gonna say
we didn't beat Ipswich.
How disappointed are you in the fact that you didn't beat Ipswich Town?
But again, we didn't beat Ipswich for the same reasons that Ten Hag wasn't beating a lot of teams. We soak up too much pressure.
Up too much pressure, and we don't make the decisions. We don't make decisions. Prime example, Garnacho gets a lovely ball running down. All he has to do is pass it to Rashford. But he takes so long.
He is bad.
He took so long to release the ball. By the time he realized to release the ball, the Ipswich players are back and they take the ball off him. So there's a mixture of two things: decision making and working with these players in general. It's going to take a while.
We don't have a trident of players that can cut through defenses. Currently, our best forward is still Rashford. It's not Haaland. It's not Xerxes. Me and Adrian were going back and forth in the group chat this week about Rashford. And to me, that I score a goal early on in the game and do nothing for the rest of the game. oh my gosh, where have I seen this before? It's like, brother, like it's not new. He did this at the Emirates last year.
You literally called it as well.
You know, Rashford does this. Rashford has done this for 18 months, 2 years. I am not shocked at anything that Rashford does. So, if you ask me, who do I want in attacking positions out of Xerxes, Haaland, or Rashford? It's still Rashford. Because Haaland, to me, I don't know what it is, yeah? He just loves touching the man then. Like, guys, hold on. Someone just rang my doorbell at 10:16. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Do your thing.
That's that
16.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
It's not decent. Not decent time, is it?
It's not decent timing at all. That's an emergency. That's what you call it.
It's either food or it's an emergency. It's one of the two.
Brother ordered, made a quick delivery. I think it's a lot of work to be cut out, isn't there, Robin? There's a lot of stuff to unpack and unfold. I genuinely think United think, top 4 should be the aim.
So I also think, because I just had a look at the coefficients, because you know me, I love my European football.
I'm sorry, the coefficients,
the UEFA ones.
Why?
So the reason being, because when I said 5th is salvageable, I was talking to Ernest earlier. I said England are now currently number 1 for the 5th spot for next season, if that makes sense.
Okay.
So I said, if that comes to fruition, that's another avenue and route, and that's something we can do.
It shouldn't. UEFA.
It shouldn't be
that crap.
Unfortunately, it's not going to do that crap until 2028. So
we're not good enough.
Bruh.
We're not. As a league, we're not good enough to have 5 teams in the Champions League.
Yeah, to be fair, when was the last time? Man? I don't know, Joe. Let's think about it.
Liverpool slipped 5-1 game. I mean,
no, but like, as in terms of what English teams have done in European competition, do we think that they should be worthy of a 5th place team? I mean,
West Ham, 3 years out of 5.
West Ham have won the Europa Conference.
That's fine.
Chelsea won the Europa League at one point. Liverpool have won the Champions League. City have won the Champions League.
What's the conversation?
I remember I said earlier about how I looked at the coefficient, and currently England is on course to get the 5th spot. So I said, if 5th happens and then we get that, I said that's another way. But personally, I'll say my personal route is focus on Europa. That is something that is guaranteed, whereas this isn't, if that makes sense. That's where I'm standing. That's what I was just mentioning.
You know what? I actually think we're not good enough to do both,
Yeah, we're not.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
We're not good enough to do both. We're not good enough.
I agree. I think you will. I think coming to next year, you will eventually put all your eggs in the Europa League basket, I think. Because I just don't see you, like, the games like Ipswich are coming, because it feels like, I don't know, from this first game, Aimorim has got his set way of playing. He's not really going to adapt to your players. And quite frankly, your players can't do what he's asking. So I feel like losses are coming.
Is that not too soon? Is that not too soon?
Is it premature? I mean, he's played one game, but we're doing a podcast, so I'm giving my take. Like, it is. But like, I think losses are going to come, draws are going to come, and it's not necessarily because Aimorim doesn't know what he's doing, but he just doesn't have the players to implement his system right away. And I think your best bet is going all in for that Europe.
Like Eriksen, Casemiro, and Johnny Evans cannot be here next year, man.
I genuinely think it's easier for United to make the top 4 than it is to win the Europa League.
That's what I'm
saying. No, who's in the Europa League?
Let's have a look.
Who's worth worrying about in the Europa League?
The number 1 team the best teams are is Ajax, Roma.
It's the volatileness of it's the volatileness of European knockout competition. That's what I'm basing on.
It's
volatile. It's volatile.
It's not just
I just think it's fixture congestion to me. It's too many games.
They can't. Look at the games coming up in December. They're not winning most of them. They can't do it.
What, December?
Yeah, it's too regimented. It's too continuous. Like you can't expect Aimorim to win all those games, or Aimorim, sorry. You can't expect him to win all those games with this squad. The squad's not good enough.
I've got the nickname ready for him if he does not do well. Let me tell you that right now because you nearly said his name. In December, they've got Everton at home. Then they've got, first of all, 1:30 on a Sunday. What's going on there? Is there something happening in Manchester that we're not aware of?
It's Christmas.
They do that sometimes. Move on.
It's December the 1st. Sunday at 1:30 is just outrageous. Then they've got Arsenal away 8:15 on a Wednesday.
That's the standard.
Mm-hmm.
Forest at home 5:30 on a Saturday.
That's a tough game.
I don't know, man.
Forest is tough.
It's cold. It's cold.
Then there are the
exact type of antithesis to our style. Just athletes, AFCON, PMP, brother.
That's a cigar, you know.
the next two is the Etihad on the 15th, 4:30 kickoff. You know, depends what kind of Man City we get. And then the 22nd, we've got Bournemouth at home. Boxing Day is Wolves away, 5:30 kickoff, prime time. Newcastle at home at 8 o'clock kickoff on a Monday. Oh, Monday night football. And then Liverpool the following Sunday, January the 5th, away at Anfield. He's got a tough test. He's got a tough start, man. He's got a tough start. No doubt about it.
But yeah, like I said,
Right,
I've got nothing to complain on him so far. But yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what he knows, what he's already noticed in his first game. I'm intrigued. I like the way he spoke when he spoke with Gary Neville. I'm interested to see how he gets on. He was good for Sporting, and he was good for Braga. Braga, he did tremendously well. And yeah, we'll see how he gets on at Man United.
Peter,
Yes.
if I was a United fan, I'm locked in. This guy's got minerals. He's got it. He's talking sense. He's saying the exact things that these United fans have been complaining about year on year on year. Trust me. But the problem is Manchester United. If this doesn't work out, it's because Man United haven't backed him properly. Get him the players to play in his system. United are flying. Like he's proper code.
Two things to pay attention to between now and May with Aimorim. Handsome looking guy. You know, he's got the style, he's got the flow, the hair is gelling. Okay. He looks like he's got 10% body fat.
His hairline is high though.
Oh, so I was getting you know what I'm saying 10% body fat. However, I want you to have a look at the hairline now, and we'll have a look at the hairline.
Are you taking bets? We're taking bets.
I'm just saying
how grey he's gonna get.
And also the grayness of the hair.
Hey, bro.
Yeah, black now. It's Unai Emery, Mikel Arteta black now.
This is it.
Let's see what it is.
Hey, bro, remember when David Moyes was using like Just for Men when he first came?
Brother.
And then it got super silver by me.
It's like
It was a silver fox.
I looked at David Moyes when he started at Man United and when he finished the season.
David Moyes was Bruce Wayne when he came.
This guy looked like a cadaver, mate, at the end of his time at Man United.
He looked like the Edinburgh 007. He was.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Oh, raw. I was looking at some pictures. He was happy,
bro. You know, like I never saw David Moyes' teeth at Everton. At Man United, full rack.
No, I don't remember. David Moyes won his first game at Old Trafford at United 4-1.
What? Swansea City.
Bro, the football was whack.
What is it?
The goals were good though. The goals were good. The goals were good. All right. Oscar, Enzo Maresca bites the hand that feeds him at Leicester City at the King Pow. Chelsea winning 2-1 at Leicester City, which then has led to Steve Cooper being sacked at the Foxes. Let's talk Chelsea. Oscar, you know, Jackson. Oscar, you were there. In fact, give us the build-up. You was at Filbert Street, not Filbert Street. You were at the King Power Stadium. Talk to us.
King Power. Yeah, man. Got up. Left the house at 7 a.m. for a 12:30 kickoff, which is not fun. Me and my boys drove up to Leicester for the game. And yeah, man, it was business as usual, man. There was no doubt in my mind Chelsea were picking up 3 points. Not a single moment in my brain did I think we were going to drop the ball in this game. We've had some injuries. Obviously, the big news coming out this week: Reece James out again for a long-term period. Shackles on this guy's career, man. It might be over. It might be over. Let's be real.
I think it's time to give it up, man.
I can't.
I'll never give it up.
I'll never use that Reece James was injured again.
Yeah, a big blow. But anyway, but in relation to the game, Gusto also got ill, so we went into this game with no right back. Yeah, Fofana was playing right back. Badiashile had to come into the team and slot in for a back three. And then we were just playing our game. I think the scoreline was quite disappointing. Endo's put a question here, which is perfect from what I was saying. Oscar, does Chelsea's inability to kill off games worry you? It feels like that attacking verb you had at the start of the season is dwindling away. Yeah, I think it is. I think this is a game that we should have won 3 or 4-0. We had all the ball. We dominated possession, camped in Leicester's half, right in front of the 18-yard box. But we just couldn't find the right pass to penetrate. Everything was taking a little bit longer than it needed to. Players like Noni were getting in the right positions, wrong execution. Palmer would get the ball, his head up, he's not looking for Jackson straight away, and Jackson's not making the right runs. So the attack didn't flow as much as I thought it would. We had Enzo, Felix, Palmer on the pitch. You're expecting some champagne football. We didn't really get that. But at the end of the day, the chances we did get, we took them. Big up Nicholas Jackson for his goal, but we have to sit here and talk about one of the worst centre-backs in the Premier League. Wow, FaZe, I'm sorry. Did you not see this goal?
That's not his real name. Say his name. Say his name properly.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it properly. That's his name, no?
Farce.
Farce by name, first by nature. What an awful, sorry excuse of a centre half. Because if he's not scoring a goal, or falling over, or losing a duel, Oscar, what did he do? He kicks it against him. He's a horrible centre half. It's so limp, it's so lackadaisical, it's so poor attempt.
Wow, friggin' fast. He headed the ball twice in a tussle with Jackson. Then he gets into the box and they're doing kick-ups in the box.
Yeah, he has to kick it over his head. Crazy.
When it falls to Jackson, it's a wonderful finish. Like, he takes the ball away from the defender and then outside boot slots it in the bottom corner. Very, very happy for Jackson to get a goal, because I don't think he's played well the last few games, but he also hasn't really got the service. I think there's 2 parts to that. His movement hasn't been great, but also Cole Palmer hasn't been great the last couple weeks. So that service, that link up between them two, has kind of suffered. And I think there was a comment from Endo who was basically saying that beginning of the season, Chelsea was scoring bare goals. Now we're not. I mentioned last week about the system change. For some reason, like, he doesn't trust, Maresca doesn't trust Enzo Fernandez to be the deep line playmaker or sit deep with Caicedo. So when Lavia and Caicedo play together, they're both deep, and then Palmer's the 10. For some reason, when Enzo plays, they turn into 8s. They're both 8s. So Enzo spends most of his time attacking right next to Noni Madueke, and then Palmer is the one that's dropping deep to help Caicedo and build out. So I think he's going to trust Enzo for more of the games where he feels we're going to dominate possession. And in the games where we're not likely to dominate, like a top 6 game, he's going to play Lavia in that role instead. And personally, I think it's changed the way that we played. What was so menacing about us at the beginning of the season, when we scored 6 against Wolves, I think we scored 4 against Brighton, 3 against West Ham. Like, you just felt like Chelsea were going to keep scoring. That formula seems to be done now. It doesn't seem like we're going to play that way again under Maresca. So it's interesting, but I see why he's made the changes. I think this game, like I said, had to be won. Shout out to Enzo Fernandez for a goal and assist, and big up Madueke for getting in the way of Palmer's clear goal, which was, did you not see that? That was an absolute mess. Absolute mess.
Yeah, it was a mess.
Palmer open goal. Madueke's on the line. He kicks it at Madueke's leg. They both start.
Madueke tries to get out of the shot though. He tries to jump, but the trailing leg gets caught.
2 things to mention from the game. Ndidi gets himself on a yellow card for a horrendous challenge. Should have been a red. I don't know how he stayed in the field.
It should have been a red card. It's a
absolutely horrendous. About 5 minutes later, Sumare makes a horrible challenge. Everyone around me says, "That's the second yellow. He's off. Ref, send him off. Send him off." I'm looking around like, guys, that's the wrong black guy. That's
imagine that.
That's not Ndidi. That's not him. That's not him. Yo, there was about 20 people saying send him off. I was like, guys, he's not in the yellow. That's not him. But yeah, other than that, we're going to talk about Leicester and their manager. Guys, looking at Leicester's team before this game, there was, like I said to you, there was no doubt in my mind Chelsea were collecting 3 points. Their squad is bad. Like their best players are Jordan Ayew and flipping Mavididi. Like, they are really, really bad. Who on earth, name a team in the Premier League, name one team in the Premier League that in their midfield, there are not one, but 2 Tottenham rejects. 2. How are you coming in the Premier League with Skip and Winks?
And Oscar, what did they offer? They don't tackle, they don't pass, they don't break lines, there's no flair, there's no shimmy, there's no goals, there's no assists. When you sign a Winks and a friggin' Oliver Skip midfield, what do you expect?
That's it.
He costs money as well, Oliver Skip. He costs money.
Winks came off injured, Skip came on. Neither of them did niche. Neither of them did niche.
So bad.
It's horrible side, man. I don't know whether to blame Steve Cooper or feel sorry for him, because the side is so bad.
Oscar, he's got basically a Forest side under Cooper at Leicester. That's what he's got. That's what he's got. That's what happened.
Well, whose fault is that?
Cooper. First of all, hiring Cooper was a mistake. Hiring Cooper was a mistake, and then what they got exactly what he is, and then they sacked him after 12 games. Interesting. They better have somebody lined up now. Thing is, I'd say get Graham Potter in, but also I'm a big advocate of David Moyes. But the thing is, David Moyes going into that side. Do you know what I mean? Moyes deserves better than that. Let's have it right.
Yeah, I don't know who would take that. They're going down.
Your mate Frank Lampard.
I was gonna say Claudio, but he's gone to Roma. So
your mate Frank. Guys, Frank cannot afford another L. He can't afford it. He's got too many L's in his record. He can't afford another L. That's it.
Also heavily linked is Mr. Ruud van Nistelrooy, who beat Leicester twice under the helmet at Man United.
No, Van Nistelrooy should run far away from that job. Nobody should be taking that job.
I think he's also want to get Coventry, so I'm a bit unsure about that.
I mean,
Lampard was linked with Cov. I don't know who's getting a Cov job.
First of all, if you're being linked with Cov, Van Nistelrooy managed PSV Eindhoven, guys. What's going on here?
I don't understand. What do you mean?
He should not be in the Championship.
Coventry won the FA Cup in 1987, Peter. Big club. It'd be an honour.
PSV have won the Champions League.
It would be an honour. I think that's all to say on this. Endo says everyone's gassing up Chelsea's run of games, but in half of those against their bogey teams. I mean, you can say bogey teams, but we don't normally win at West Ham away. We won. We don't normally win at Wolves away. We won. The only games where we're slipping up is the big games. So I'm expecting us to try and steamroll these teams that we're coming up against.
Oscar, what was the atmosphere saying at full King Power?
Oh, the Chelsea were in full song, as always. Todd Bowley went to France in a Lamborghini. What did he do when he got there, Peter?
Say that again.
Todd Bowley went to France in a Lamborghini. Brought us back a centre back. Top chart.
Is that the chart?
My voice has gone from singing that. But I think we can move on. It's a bit of a nothing week for Chelsea. We should have scored more goals, but we didn't. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Heidenheim this week?
Peter,
are you going?
No, I'm not going.
Oh, what are you doing, Oscar? A cheap day out in Germany.
It's a lovely day in Germany.
Get to Heidenheim, Oscar. Do yourself a
favor. Life, man. I'm not following Chelsea in the Europa Conference League. I'm not.
You've got to do it.
Get some away days.
Robin, he's going to be scrambling for a final ticket when he did no away games this year.
Facts. I'm glad you said it. I'm going facts.
Where is the final? I actually don't know where it is.
I think Dublin. I think it's in Dublin.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's a lovely day.
They love Dublin, boy.
Listen, Dublin.
I don't know. It might not be. It might not be.
Royally on it. Is it in
Absolutely,
Dublin?
absolutely blooded.
No, sorry. It's in Poland. My bad. It's in Poland.
Oh, never mind.
Poland. You can go
Keep down this.
I'd rather go Poland. Yeah.
No, Poland.
That's ridiculous.
Wait,
Poland
what?
over Ireland.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Why are you so shocked?
Where in Poland? Is it Warsaw? Is it
Doesn't
Krakow?
matter. Give me anywhere. I'm going Dublin over Poland.
It's Warsaw. Where's that?
Okay, I can't tell you.
Where?
So WRO Claw CLAW.
That's Warsaw. That's Warsaw in
Is
Poland.
that in Warsaw?
Okay.
But
Yeah,
it says it's in
Warsaw in
Warsaw. It doesn't say it's in Warsaw. It says the city.
Unless there's another city called, I believe Warsaw is Polish. The capital. Let me see. I might be wrong, but something tells me Warsaw is Warsaw.
Let's have a look. Oscar's having a stink.
Endo says go in Poland where they'll throw bananas at you because you're black.
It's a good 4. They're basically similar. Raw. Endo.
Thank you for that, Endo. Thank you. Pete,
You're very
where are we going
encouraging.
next?
We are going to the Arsenal FC.
What is the number?
3-0 win over Nottingham Forest. Lola, I'm sure you think Arsenal are back.
Back to what?
Back to life. Back to reality.
App song choice. Would have any better. It was a good game. Like, genuinely,
You didn't feel the old Arsenal back? I mean, I sat there thinking, here they are.
I did have a question for you.
You know, like when the players just come, you know, when the ball just lands like Erdogan, he flicks it to the left, he flicks it to the right. I thought, here we go.
in the sense that it was nice to actually have actual technical footballers back on the pitch. They were playing quicker and comfortability. 100%. It was fun to watch. So, but am I gonna like do the whole thing? No. But the whole thing, I thought Odegaard was brilliant and shows again why those weird section of fans who like to rubbish his name. Another game where he's actually a bit, again, more fit than he was last time when he was like 50% fit. Still proving again why you needed him in the squad. Saka and him have a perfect relationship. It's there. I think him, Saka, and Timber will build that up because obviously Ben White is now out for months. I'm looking at you, broken man who he kept at the club. I'm blaming them for that because Ben White had to play injured for seasons and now he's out for months because of it. But I think Timber's actually better than him anyway, so it's fine. So I think he'll build a relationship with them and it will work. I think the defense was cool. I think Ryan was great on the ball, off the ball, and it was cool like that. Saka was great. The goal was fantastic. The movement, it should have more goals because I think he scuffed it. So I think Odegaard should have scored. But I don't mind that. If you put enough chances up, I don't mind missing chances. You put them there. That's what I've been asking for most of the time through the majority of the season. It's like if you're gonna, I don't mind missing chances as long as you make them consistently. Obviously, don't lose. But like that's what happens. Odegaard missed a chance here. Saka, it happens when they scored or they assisted in this stuff. Ethan, Nanieri, baller, even before his goal, he dropped man, and that would have been the most dirtiest first Premier League goal if it would. I was.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, I saw that he scored. Yeah, and then when I watched the highlights, I thought that was the goal. Yeah. When he dropped the shoulder, I said no, and then it went wide.
Beautiful, but even still, the kind of maturity in the sense of like. This is not to rubbish him. I'm going to use him as an example because it was recent. When United fans were saying how comfortable and mature Kobe was when he could just throw him in, 18 or not, just throw him in. That kind of thing is how I have with Ranieri. Yes, he's 17, but this is what I was saying from other games when Odegaard was out. If you weren't going to have Odegaard, use Ranieri in the mid. What he's there for, the fearlessness, his actual technical ability is levels above so many people in the squad now, 17 or not. He's just better than a lot of them on technical basis. He tries stuff, his passes, interlinking, he can drop man. He's got a nice burst of pace on him, and he's and you know they always say you can tell how good a player is depending on who the best players pass to. Odegaard, Saka, all these men have no fear in passing in the ball in the most dangerous passes because he'll get out of it and it's fine. Don't get me wrong, I'm aware. I'm not gonna like pretend like he's not gonna eventually. He's 17. Mistakes are gonna come, but the fact of the matter is the level of player he is just great, and so it was a brilliant game. I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like I said. Keep doing that, innit? You need to go around. If all the Arsenal fans who have the kind of arrogance and chest and all that stuff about saying we're definitely winning the league, in order for that to actually be kind of plausible, Arsenal need to prove it. So they can't lose a game. They just can't. At least not for a while. You can't. You like it or not, the pressure on it is there or not. The whole point is you're going to do this team that wants to win the league. You've used up the majority of your tokens so far for losing. You can't lose for the rest of the year at minimum, and then we see what happens come January. But you can't lose. Also, it was good. It was good. I think if he didn't get the yellow card, he would have stayed the whole game. It was unfortunate. The ref was silly though. The ref was giving that yellow for no reason. Even though he was for both sides giving yellows for no reason. Ola shouldn't have got yellow. We shouldn't have got yellows. Yellow's just doing weird. So that was whatever.
You don't think Jorginho deserved the yellow?
I think it was too. I didn't think it was. I didn't think it was better. I don't think any of the yellows I can remember were necessarily yellows. It could have been calm. It could have been a foul. And it would have been fine.
Yeah, I just think it was cynical. Like he knew, like he had to bring him down.
Again, and it wasn't like a thing where it was like that deep, in my opinion. Like I'm not gonna fight it. I'm just saying the ref who's giving out the yellow cards he gave out didn't need to be yellow card. So who scored? It was Saka, Ranieri, and I'm missing someone. Who scored?
Partey, your mate, Thomas.
I didn't forget. Continue.
How can you say your mate? How can you say your mate? That's crazy.
Wow, that's crazy.
My brain was actually doing me a favor. Continue. I didn't forget who.
That you forgot is so funny. But yeah, when I saw Jorginho come off at halftime for Thomas, I was like, wait a minute, this guy's got PTSD from the sendings offs we've had this season, and he just thought, nah, I ain't risking it again. But yeah, no, Joyce, I can't lie, man. It was like seeing, even though Ben White was out, Tomiyasu's out, whatever, seeing like Timber at right back, Calafiori at left back, we got the Gabby and Salib in the middle. We've got Jorginho, love it, in the middle of the park. We've got Odegaard back. No Havertz, no Rice, no Martinelli. That's how many players we rested, and we still made Forest look like dibby. You know what I mean? It was just a joy to watch, and I just thought, you know what? I'm so happy. I'm like delighted to see how.
This is a game where we on paper, on formal round nonsense, it could have been a tricky game. Like that
for sure.
Been in great form. They've been playing well. There's no like slight for it or that. Like the whole argument is like they beat Liverpool. They've done well. They're up in around the top, whatever it is. So it wasn't going to be some kind of easy game to kind of pretend like you just walk over. But we made it very kind of professional and fun for us to enjoy how we were actually playing football. And again, it points to the fact that we had left-footers on the left, on the left. And look how it is. We've got Calafiori, you had Marino, who I thought had a very good game as well. And it was like, if you don't have like 10,000 right footers on the pitch on the left side, it makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, you're right. All the pieces were in the right places, and it looked like we hadn't missed a beat, and it was just so good to watch us play again in that way. And I just missed us. I just, like watching them on Saturday. I was like, I miss you lot. It's so good to have you back. It's so great to have you back.
Oh, I missed us. I missed us.
That's what I can say. 3 points. Standard.
So I got a question for you.
We're good to go.
Peter, how did you feel to channel your inner Mirko Mangozi?
Oh my god. I must admit, at first I was frigging nervous for doing it, but for those who don't know, we're channeling the inner. The fact that you even brought him up, the Inter Milan announcer, or as many people will know, the Decibel Bellini, Napoli announcer. Mm-hmm. And it's basically something new to try at the stadium and say, you know what, let's try and get the fans involved. So I'm no longer announcing full names for goals. It's going to just be the first name and see the crowd react to that and see how it goes. Some people loved it. Some people didn't, but it is what it is. Like
for the third goal, I think everyone was on it when I watched the highlights.
For the Partey one is the one that I saw was the most reaction. Because the Saka one, obviously, in the beginning was a bit weird. And then I think I ended it with the Bukayo Saka song anyway. So, then the fans went off with it anyway. But then, I think the Partey one, it was like, okay, I understand what he's doing now. Ethan, of course, Ethan Wanyeri, 100%, he's at that point, it kind of landed. So, thankfully. And the next game is Man United. So, at home in terms of the home game. So, Man United at home, if somebody scores and it becomes a big thing, that's, I think, where it will be cemented and people will probably... But yeah, the reaction on Twitter, on TikTok and stuff like that has been mixed.
You put it on TikTok?
I saw mostly positives. I'll be real.
That's what I've seen. I would say it's about 60-40.
Yeah,
like, most people are on board with it, but there's a lot of people who are just like, I don't really like this because it's strange. Because one of my guys,
go on.
One of my guys at work is an Arsenal season ticket holder, and then he said to me, "Oh, did they bring in a new announcer?" And I was like, "No, it's the same."
Everyone thinks it's new. Yeah,
loads of people thought it was a new person.
Yeah, they were like, "Where's the OG? Like, bring him back." I'm thinking, no
one called you the OG. No one said that.
Granted, I had the game muted for like a good majority, not because of you, just I just had it muted. I had just something else. So.
Lola, when was the last time you was at the Emirates?
I go more for the women's games. So I go to the women's games.
This guy. What? Only women's lives matter, yeah? I hear you, man. I hear you still.
It's easy to get tickets to. So I just go to the games I can get tickets to.
Shout me, man. Friggin' shout me, man. What's the matter with you? Anyway, and you go to the women's games and don't even tell, man. What's going on?
To be fair, he had a ticket this weekend. To be fair,
who did? Oh yeah. I've made.
You did.
Yeah, but I had the game muted for the majority because I was busy at the time, so it's like I had it on, I didn't watch it on, but people at the house. So
I was moving like the wire this weekend, flipping out, man. But yeah, all right. Anyway, well, yeah, Arsenal back to winning ways. We're happy days with that. You know what I'm saying? Should I get on with the other scores?
Gyökeres tomorrow.
Oh, Gyökeres tomorrow. Yeah,
Gyökeres tomorrow at your place.
I'm there thinking, can Arsenal afford to get like just a draw away from home? I look at the Champions League table. I see Sporting second. I was like, what the hell is going on here? What do you mean they're second in the league?
They've been cooking. They did beat City 4-1. So
bite your hand off for a draw now.
It's going to be long. I promise you that, because Arsenal in Europe away is a myth. So it's going to be long. Good action.
Oscar, any comments on this Arsenal game? Or
not really, man. Endo said Peter, oozing sauce. I don't know, man. It was a game where just got in there, got your 3 points, and got out, man. Shout out, like no one's really commenting.
Obviously,
mentally they're all like saying, "I don't need to be on Ola in the Snapchat, so we need to win this game." Because every Forest win and they shade. The videos Ola puts out when we like it's long, so I didn't need that. Need that.
In the top 4 group chat, I took a picture of Callum Hudson-Odoi's shirt pre-match. The curse was fulfilled on the match day because Callum Hudson, no joy happened at the Emirates on Saturday. Oscar didn't clock it, but hey ho.
Callum Hudson, no joy.
Well, if you saw my caption, I put the little magic trick on him. And as you know, I prayed against the principalities of Callum Hudson-Odoi.
Was it prayer or was it magic? Which one? Tell us.
You decide.
Whatever it was, Callum didn't really do much that game. The only thing I remember him doing was, I think, the accidental foul. I'm not gonna get people who are trying to kill him for it. And accidentally, when he tackled Saliba, that's about it.
Wasn't a foul. Wasn't a tackle. He was having a shot.
It was accident. That was being nice. You're making me get annoyed.
Saliba got in the way of his shot. Saliba got in the way of his shot.
I eat that.
He did. He literally did. Arsenal fans were putting this. How is this tackle allowed? It wasn't a tackle.
Being nice, don't get extra.
You weren't being nice. You can't say the wrong thing. You can't say tackle when he took a shot.
How many times have we seen those kind of things happen when someone does that and it goes and someone will get carded? We've seen it.
That's wrong. I don't agree with it. I don't agree.
Right. It's very late, guys. So let's get on to the next. Let's get on to the other results. Actually, sorry, I forgot to. What I wanted to do was do it like this. I wanted to share the screen so you guys can all see. Let me know if you can see that first one. Yeah. Obviously, today on the Monday Night Football, we saw Newcastle United get touched by West Ham United. Julian Lopetegui's Army winning 2-0 at St James's Park. We spoke about these games: Southampton 2, Liverpool 3, Ipswich 1, Man United 1. Chelsea as well. We spoke about, and the Arsenal. Aston Villa, guys, yet another draw.
Villa have been kind of meaty lately.
At home, they love a draw. If there's one thing I've seen,
they're a mixed bag. They're doing well in Europe, but they're being meaty in the league.
I think slowly catching them. I think it's not going to capitulate and drop into 10th or anything, but I think it's slowly the kind of big energy boost they had at the start is slowly drifting back to kind of regulation levels.
Yeah, it's peak. I mean, I think Palace deserved all 3 points. I know Villa missed a penalty.
Yeah,
but Palace were good value for money there.
It was a good save.
Bournemouth, Brighton, great game, guys. By the way, this was a cracking game. I was a big fan of this. What are your teas?
Didn't watch it at all.
No. Oh my God, guys, go watch
Saturday,
the goal.
3 p.m. I barely watched the Arsenal game. I wasn't going to watch any other ones.
Go watch one of the goals of the season. By the way, Joao Pedro is the player of the week. Let me just put it out there. Everton 0, Brentford 0. I didn't watch that game because why would I? And then Fulham 1, Wolverhampton Wanderers 4. Massive away win.
Wait.
In that game. So big up to Wolverhampton Wanderers, man. What did you say?
I know you did, Lola. I know Lola was there.
What did Lola say? I missed it.
You missed one game, Peter.
What did I miss?
You missed one game.
No, because we spoke about it. Man City 0, Tottenham Hotspur 4. We missed it. Huh?
You just stopped it. You just abruptly stopped it. I was like, okay.
Because I was skim passing the ones that we'd already seen.
Roby's goal was great.
We did indeed. What's your goal of the week, guys? Joao Pedro. Listen, Matoma's goal against Bournemouth. Any of Wolves' goal against Fulham, guys. There's a butch. There's a whole lot. Saka's goal.
I think the best goal I saw was Saka's.
I was gonna say the best one I saw was Saka's.
I didn't see a lot of goals this weekend.
I would have given it to Hutchinson, but it got deflected. So
I saw Iwobi's goal. I liked that one, so it would have been Iwobi.
Iwobi's goal was brilliant as well. It was. But I think Cunha's ones, any of Cunha's goals were excellent.
Yeah, Cunha's a bit of a joke, isn't it?
And Mateus Cunha's been brilliant this season, man. Again, carrying on from last season, he's been really, really good.
What do you want to think? Do you think he's like top draw?
I think he's top draw.
I think he's good. I think he's good. Like, say if he was like
better than Wolves.
Yeah, I think if he was like the whole kind of argument of like if he goes to a top 6 club, he's not a star, is what I think he is. I'll put a caveat on that by saying in general, because as of now, Arsenal, I think his top class number 9 is Jesus. You know what I mean? Like, generally speaking,
Yeah.
Guys, I just watched his first goal. Naughty.
On a real, like Cunha scored 2 great goals, and the thing is,
was just so nonchalant. Like, it just kind of like said, yeah. And it was so clean.
Don't forget as well. Remember what club Wolves got him from?
Atletico, right? Atletico, but he had a bad stint there.
I thought it was Leipzig. Was it Atletico Madrid?
It was one of them clubs, innit?
No, because he was at Leipzig for a while, and then he got a big transfer to Atletico, and then that didn't work out.
Oh, okay. I missed that. So, yeah, I mean, this is a guy who's talented, man.
I think he's finding his rhythm. I think he's like finding, okay, this is... Which is why I think if he goes to a club, he could the quote unquote easy route and be like a passenger in a big club's team, or just kind of go maybe a bit above Wolves and be the main guy. He needs to do Fulham. I think will finish top half of the table. I think he needs to do that. But yeah,
his second goal is better than Saka's.
Top of the table. You know what I mean? Like, it's not top 6.
No. I'm saying
I need to see this.
I mean, yeah, I'm thinking because like. I think he's better than Wolves. I mean, I know Wolves are doing better now, but I think as a situation, I think his ability is better than Wolves, but I don't think he's a starter for like. I'm saying this again, caveat, because like people that like United have like certain man there and Arsenal. Yeah. I mean,
no,
but like,
sorry, I thought you said Fulham would finish top half.
I mean, why not? Why not?
I don't know, you know.
Who's in top half?
So
have a look.
I'm changing my mind. I've just seen the second goal. Yeah, I'm with you.
Guys, Mateus Cunha is the goal of the week. Take your pick.
Yeah. That top bins, man. Come on.
Take your friggin' pick.
Yeah, no, I've just seen it. I'm with you. I'm with you.
I'm glad. Clever minds prevailed. Mateus Cunha is the goal of the week. Who is the player of the week? The answer is Joao Pedro. I'll leave it there. I'm just saying, by the way, Matoma's goal could have been goal of the week purely because of Joao Pedro's play. But Joao Pedro better win.
Is Maddison for scoring 2 goals at the Etihad?
I'm going to say Maddison.
You know full well I am never giving a Tottenham player a player of the week, goal of the week, team of the week. It's a democracy. Joao Pedro.
That's James Maddison.
That's a dictatorship. Everyone gets to vote.
Listen, I know he wants a dictatorship, but it's a democracy. So
as long as I'm not
Mirage, right? The entire Touchline Frackers community.
Alright, yeah, I catch you. Are you losing the freaking?
Whoa.
Okay.
Have I missed something?
Yeah.
No, as in they released their podcast like Sunday night into Monday, yeah. So every Monday morning when I'm going to work, I was listening to Touchline Frackers, and then they didn't drop an episode this week.
He lost the recording.
Okay.
They lost
They were watching the Formula One, guys. They were watching the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
What? They lost the file.
Yeah, so the episode didn't come out because Mariah lost the file.
Yeah, I know it didn't come out. Because I do FCM, then I do Touchline. But yeah, it didn't come out.
I swear that happened to us a couple times, no? When we used to
Fair
record.
times.
Did that happen?
What? Lose a recorded episode?
But we lost the
Oh,
recording.
No, what we did, we recorded it, but we never released it on time. So by the time it was released, it's too late.
Was it?
No,
Was
do you
it
guys remember when Wenger left?
Where we didn't press record and we just chatted.
That's when Wenger left. Remember, we had an emergency pod.
There was one episode when we pressed record.
Are you serious? Wenger left and we didn't record.
No, we did record, but the pod didn't come out.
I got to have a look at the archives. I've got to look at the archives for this.
Yeah.
Guys, who's the
No,
player? of the
because,
week?
no, do you know what I remember? There was some pods when we recorded, it went too long that it just tired out. It just clipped out. I remember those ones.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
The days when
Yeah, I remember those ones.
card got full, boy.
You man used to record in a shoebox, 40 man in one room. We actually recorded in a studio. It wasn't
Hey,
it?
big up Liberty Christian Fellowship,
It
bro.
was
Shout out to
actually
the
a
Pulse
studio.
gang, studio settings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We need to get back in the studio though. Soon come.
Yeah, we do.
That's actually arguably the best show ever was. Yeah, man. We had like the film as well.
Guys, player of the week. João Pedro. Let's go. Let's vote. Come on.
James Madison.
Madison.
What did I say? Oh, Odegaard.
Martin Odegaard. Oh, he did one
get
touch.
it now.
Saka.
You get it now.
I tell you now. I was turned on. He did one touch.
Hey, Pete.
Robert,
Madness.
just interrupt this guy.
Now,
from
Pete,
talking.
my brother in Christ, you've been moving mad.
Say again?
Please.
You've been moving very mad today.
Yeah.
I can't control what I see. If something happens, okay, I'm not doing this out. I'm not doing it out of want.
I'm glad you said you can't control what you see, because if you had entered that sentence differently, it would have been a problem.
What?
I can't control. That's all I can say.
Anyway, continue the vote, please.
Anyway, who else? So we got Odegaard, João Pedro, we got Madison.
Mental.
Come on, the bottom three. You lot need to vote.
Already said it. I said.
What did you say?
Did you say Robinho?
Hold on. Sorry, I
Robinho's
think
from
it
Tripoli,
broke
man.
up.
What's going on?
I know, man. Are we all good? Can you hear me?
We're here.
Okay.
You know,
I'll say.
You say what?
What's going on?
Why are you teasing the
Said
answer?
Madison.
Just say it.
Hey, Madison.
Madison.
Yeah,
Madison.
Addison Lee. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
AD and Ernest. Who you got?
I said Madison.
Okay,
Madison.
nice.
It's done. Peter was stalling for no reason. It's done.
Talking about things you can't control.
Madison Farsikley is the player of the week. Who's the team of the week? I swear to God.
Good Darren.
Master Chicken, Meridian, Frisco, Bossman Birdie,
Presti,
Skepta, Meridian Dan,
that's a chip. That's a paper Pabs.
Jamie.
your paper pads, your paper pads.
Auntie Ife Adenuga.
You don't want me to go deep in the archive. Press play, bruv. Press button. You know what I'm saying? We can get deep in them archives, bro.
Adele.
Chipmunk,
Chipmunk.
Ibracadabra, Bagdoke,
Castro.
Teddy One,
Heady One. Castro.
Shoddy Crew.
Shoddy Crew. TMD.
Well, we'll name it better people, but I'm pretty sure the only person I know is an actual Tottenham fan is Adele.
Let me tell you right now, yeah, there are bare man from Tottenham.
RV Pochettino. What?
I can't lie to you. Scott doesn't seem like a football fan. I feel like he's just kind of like a vibe.
Yeah, I don't think he watches ball, but I think he said that he supports Tottenham because he's from
Who?
Yeah.
He's an idiot. He supports Chelsea, bruv.
Wait, what?
He's a Chelsea boy.
No, he doesn't.
Scorcher's a Tottenham fan. Wiley's a Tottenham fan as well. Idiot.
Scorcher knows ball, though.
Scorcher knows ball.
Does he though? He supports Tottenham.
I said he was on a podcast. He was on a podcast, isn't it? You know what I mean? Like he knows ball.
Listen,
I don't know what
Scorcher's one of my favorite MCs of all time. He does not.
Pete, I've literally just googled it. Skepta's been on record saying he's a Tottenham fan.
He's been on record saying he's a Chelsea fan. Oscar, I was listening to Skepta on Rinse FM 1003 Pirate, and he was talking about Chelsea, bruv, waxing lyrical about Chelsea. Don't let them lie to you on the GQ magazine, bruv. Don't let them lie to you.
Just kind of like, yeah, I know the football. I don't really care. Though. I think he's just like a.
Yeah, people say they support Chelsea for the clout. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
Skepta's a howler, you know, because either he's a Harry fan or he's just a fan of just no success. Like
Crazy.
He's moving mad. Man,
no, Ernest
on the table. Man chose Tottenham and Chelsea. What's going on?
Ernest, bro. Yeah, you see Wretch, yeah? Wretch saw sense in Tottenham, innit, yeah? And chose Arsenal.
But you see Wretch, if the rumours are true, it's a bit sticky.
Leave it alone.
How
why does nobody want to believe that?
Because Wretch is he's an old white sage, isn't it? He's Merlin. He's
he would be the first in grime, Oscar. We can't let him go.
That's
down.
what I'm saying.
What we saying?
Power as well. The power in the hair.
Bro, Wretch used to come on Used to come on Logan Sex, yeah, and be like, today I'm free too.
No, he said no. Wait, no. His 23rd birthday. Man said today I'm 2-3. But that's funny because I'm still free too.
Wait, funny because I'm still free too.
Because I ain't been locked up or locked up.
Wait. SW6 says Wretch gets no ratings over here. Priorities. It says Wretch is under scrutiny.
Yeah, I don't really kind of follow a lot of UK rappers like that, so I don't even know what he does. All I know is that he's got the music in his fit. I don't care about anything else.
So Wretch is. Wait, Peter, what's the actual story? I don't want to misrepresent what happened.
Listen, we can't put that out here on the Top 4 podcast, Oscar. Whilst it's still under investigation, can I read? Steady. I want to step steady.
Can we read Nat's comment though?
No, what?
Is that what he did?
Oh no, not yet.
Huh? What do you mean not yet? That's the rumor.
Is that not
yet? We'll bring it back.
Hey, you.
I'll put your piece.
No, but what I'm saying is
Oscar. The rumor is that he's Ryan Giggs.
No. So what's the green?
But guys, bear this in mind. Remember who Scorcher's thing was?
Exactly.
No.
Let's leave it there. We'll leave it there.
Yeah, leave it there.
We'll leave it there.
So anyway, them man are not cool no more.
Yeah,
no,
they can't be. I'll be shocked.
So why is it not War as well? It should be. Why are they not?
Hey, Oscar thinks here. This is Wiley versus Dirty Dogs in 2003. Oscar, you're not this guy.
Bro, it should be beef, no?
Hey, Peter, you can't have a joke. You can't have a joke in them things there, you know.
It's not Eskimo dogs. We're 40. You know what I mean? Like these men are 40, blood. You know what I'm saying?
So is Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
By the way, the question is, why is Skepta wearing an Arsenal tracksuit when he's Wiley wearing an Arsenal tracksuit when he supports Tottenham? That's the real question we have to ask. Anyway,
I'd ask Wiley many other things before I ask that.
No, I want to ask him how he made the igloo rhythm. That's the first question I'll be asking. Team of the week, unfortunately, is Tottenham Hotspur. Next week it will be Fulham. But anyway, yeah, Tottenham Hotspur are the team of the week. Guys.
Hold on. Why is Fulham going to be team of the week for being?
Because they got Tottenham next week. What? It won't be in Smith Row at the toilet bowl. It's mad, bro. Reece Nelson with a little 1-2.
Saying Reece Nelson like he adds something to the.
With a little Oscar, don't just. Well, first of all, have you seen Reece Nelson this season for Fulham?
What's he on?
Nelson's been playing well.
He's been doing good.
Playing well.
Yeah.
Hey, Oscar, man, get bare abstract when it's their faves, you know. They don't want to get.
You know what I mean?
Oscar wants goals and assists. Tell him about well. He didn't ask if he's got a flu, if he needs Lepsip. He's like, he wants to know produce. What's he dealing with?
He says, you know, he's Oscar.
Don't worry about it.
Oscar on Football Manager will have a player that's 8.5 rating, but because there's no goal and assist, we'll sub him. 8.5 rating.
Oscar said, "I'm not a tactical. It is straight."
Nah, guys, Nelson turns 25 next month. Let's get it. It's time.
So let him enjoy his life.
You know,
he's enjoying. His bank account's good. I want GE. Enjoy it.
Oscar,
David, who
is not that guy?
Hey, it's crazy. I've known about Nelson for like 10 years.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Breaking news has just hit Twitter.
Aubrey, immediately. Sorry, I won't be trying
to. Lola.
I'm not doing pre-check.
Aubrey Graham.
What's happened?
That light-skinned brother has let his white side take over 100%.
It's different.
Wow.
It's different.
All right.
Okay. Can someone explain what happened?
So the news is that apparently Drake has filed a lawsuit against his record label, Universal, claiming that Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us song was pushed artificially by them to get more streams to basically defame Drake. So he's basically almost admitting that he's lost this rap battle by saying that the song against him was too popular, that it can't have been organic. Like, it's disgraceful, man. It's disgraceful. I can't defend that. Not saying defend your boy. I can't defend this. This is disgraceful.
Years, and I mean it. Because his name's nice. He's Aubrey forever. Freaking Karen.
You know what? It's actually such a shame.
Yeah, it is. And the thing is, when Kendrick Lamar just released a phenomenal album, so was one L not enough? Do you have to decide to take another L?
But you know what? Yeah, let's keep it a buck.
It kind of adds credence to the whole thing, that the argument that Drake sends out cease and desist orders. It makes that seem now more likely that he does do that, as opposed to people just thinking.
Well, even though he said cease and desist is for hoes.
You think he didn't do it? So you got that, and then you got the whole thing that he was on that stream with that white guy. I don't know his name. I'm calling the white guy. I actually don't know his name. He's like white, blonde hair, and he was sending shots for Steve Lacy. All the men.
He was with XQC. Yes, I do know you talk about. Yeah.
On it.
A man said the Hewish side of his DNA is sticking out real sharp.
The singing brother with R&B.
I'm not involved.
With the hand you went for. I moved, man. Him and his balding head as well. We saw the haircut. You got a hair bald patch.
Yeah, where's the braids? Was it the braids? What is it called? Let's have it right, yeah. Drake has had an awful 2024, even though he had the best track in the Kendrick Lamar disc. Let me just put it out there in Front Street.
That's not the trophy you think it is, you know.
I'm just saying.
Nobody talks about who had the best track in a clash.
Agreed. What my point is,
Peter's been riding this train for 12 months. Nobody cares about who had the best track.
Family Matters is the greatest diss of all time.
Let's remember it. I feel like closing my laptop the way you when we're talking about Kai Havertz, man. That is a howler. That's a werewolf. That's a werewolf at the end of the month. That's a howler.
Do you know one thing I'm kind of confused about? I never understand when people, you know, the whole thing when he was like showing off Pharrell's old chains. I don't get why that's a flex. You paid for a next man's chains. Why?
No, Lola.
No, but he said,
tell his lawyers.
Hear the lyric though. Hear the lyric.
Because Donnie's like to move like everything Drake does is wavy. The guy is a cat.
And
but the lyric is great. No, but the lyric. Listen.
Oh, hold on.
And had the G-Unit chain, my Cameron purple jacket.
And I hear that, but I'm personally thinking I don't see what's so great about it. But what I'm saying is, in this whole possibility that you and whatever the company that's saying that he's claiming that pushed Kendrick's Not Like Us to be. Someone put a photo on Twitter, and I was like, yeah, cool. I remember all the people who were complaining when they kept saying all of their album covers, all the
Thank you.
What was that?
Thank you.
Everyone
Thank you.
have his music.
Wait, say that again. Remind me.
When there was a period where all of Aubrey's music was just all the playlists for no reason. Like it was just
100%.
His albums, everything was just all Aubrey. Like, you know how big he is, but he was never that big for every single playlist, every single cover, every single song was forever going to him. And so why are you? So basically, you're upset.
But he was the biggest artist.
What I'm saying is, no, I'm not denying that.
But he's never had that big of an influence on every playlist.
Because
he's never had that.
Taylor Swift has been bigger than him, and that's never happened to her. That's never happened to Taylor Swift.
Fair enough. Yeah.
If you're going to pushing Kendrick Lamar, what the hell did you do then? Because that's the same thing, if not worse. Because you were annoying.
Listen, Not Like Us. Whether you think it's the biggest or the best or not, it had the biggest impact by far, and that's what ended the big.
And the thing is, in real life, like I've been to parties when that song comes on, and everyone goes mad.
Everyone goes mad. Yeah,
you can't hide.
He a fan.
This ain't Spotify that's doing it.
I have not once heard one single Aubrey track from that entire beef once.
Thank you.
No.
Played in that.
No. Yeah, not even like push-ups or something like that. You don't hear it out.
You.
I ain't heard it.
Drop.
I've even heard freaking. I've heard Euphoria. I've heard 16 in LA. I've heard all of Kendrick's tracks.
You didn't hear 16 in
No, you
LA.
did not.
You're a liar. Don't lie to me.
Oscar, look at me.
Outside.
I have heard it outside. I have not heard one single of the Drake.
Where were you?
I'm not gonna lie. I've seen Euphoria on like Instagram posts. I've never seen 16 in LA.
I promise you,
LA is niche.
And let me clear this.
This is niche.
I'm saying something like everybody. I'm just saying I've heard it. Is what I'm saying. Not that it's like it was like not like us level. I'm saying I've heard it. I haven't heard one.
No, I'd agree. No, nobody's playing those Drake disses. Nobody's.
Oh, I'm gonna be playing.
But the thing is, like, Not Like Us
will be high on my Spotify Wrapped. High.
Like I said, but Not Like Us is played everywhere, even in these countries that do not even speak English.
Do you know what's so crazy? Yeah, when the whole beef happened, I was thinking to myself, like, if Not Like Us had nothing to do with Drake, would it be as big? Would it still be a huge song? Then on this album, he dropped TV off and just proved that that's literally the biggest song from the album so far, and it has nothing to do with Drake.
I think without the Aubrey stuff, it probably would have been like a normal kind of level of like Kendrick kind of thing. It wouldn't have been everywhere where football clubs, American football clubs, and all these and hockey and all them stuff are playing it. It wouldn't have been that. Part of the fun of this is the diss. It would have been fine. It's a good song. In my opinion, it's a good produced song. It's got good song. It's a vibe. It would have been played. It just wouldn't have been as big. But it's like that's what happens in the beef.
Why doesn't Drake just go away? Why is he still here?
Because he's
go away.
Oscar, what do you do though? What do you do?
Just go away. Like we don't need to hear from you. You don't need a
no, but Oscar, it's an L. Like 2024 has been an L.
Yeah, but
and it's been a glorious L.
Like I can say this, he's so soft, so he can't handle the fact that he's not.
Lola, say that one more time.
No, because he's soft. Because like it's not like a soft in terms of like, oh, he's a feeling guy. Is it Kleenex? Is it cotton candy? It's like you can't handle the fact that he's universe.
Candy.
You can't handle that. So because not everyone he's lost the girls, by the way. He'll get them back. Like I'm not going to deny the fact that he's got talent. Like we can put out a song.
I know I have talent.
At this point, it's like your boys are failing you. Your team is failing. Why is no one telling you leave your phone alone? Go to flipping Madagascar and live a rich life for 18 months and come back with an album. Don't be here on stream.
With music, a lot of people don't like to say it or believe it or understand it. Women run it.
100%.
Women 100% run your songs. Drake has been alienating women for so long that added to the fact that now Kendrick now slapped him silly, they switch sides. Or they're not involved. It's either they switch sides or not involved. So because of that, Drake has been dissing women after spending so long.
But you know what? They were him appealing to them was his gift and his curse. me and Oscar used to like go back and forth about Drake. To me, the rapper Drake is better than singing Drake. But singing Drake got him the most appeal, money, all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like from what's that tune that Kanye produced for him? Better Find Your Love? Yeah, like from that era to now, Drake has tried to appeal to girls and it's worked for him. Yeah,
but I love That's For What. That's what was a bang. I love that song.
Yeah,
my favorite Drake song, Best I Ever Had, was my favorite.
Drake handle of like when he had like the rapper, like I said, rappers. He had the rapping ability. He can do the hard nonsense, whatever timestamp he does. He's got that side, but then he also had the nicer singing. Even though he can't sing, I stand by that 10 toes on that. The nicer side where he get girls on side, he can sing, he can do all that stuff, and it worked. But then when he started shifting more into trying to appeal to not just men, but almost like the incel market of men, you know,
wow.
See what he's been doing? He's been leaning into that aspect of it more, and then just by doing that, you've now ruined a lot of the things. Like I said, some women fickle. Some of them will come back eventually, but in this period of time, you throwing so many daggers at he pissed off Halle Berry. Who pisses off Halle Berry? He went after Halle Berry. He went after Megan. He went after every rapper. He's going after all of them.
The truth is Drake the rapper, like he's palatable, people love him, this, that, and the other. But Drake the man, I will never ever want to meet the man. I think he's a punk. I think actual punk. Because to sue Universal Music Group is such a punk move. Like, for me, it doesn't matter who told the truth in this battle. Rap beef is about controlling the narrative and the pulse and the thermometer of the ends. Whose story is more believable? Even if Drake is not what Kendrick said, Drake is Kamala Harris. Drake didn't convince me that he was who he said he was for 9 months.
It's true.
He didn't convince me. He didn't convince me at all.
Yeah.
Kendrick had the better convincing arguments, and the breadcrumbs actually led somewhere. Because when you pull back the thread, Drake has evidence of being a punk behind closed doors. And so for me, to sue Universal Music Group, I'm so sorry. I definitely agree that Kendrick fans have moved mad this year. They've been doing a lot. But Drake fans have been absolutely shameless. I have not seen posing like this for another man since Hitler. Yeah. I've not seen this
Okay.
I've not seen people living in a Canadian bum for 9 months like I this year. Men love Drake like this.
Because every few weeks, I'm now hearing, can we admit that Drake won the beat? Can we admit? He lost. He lost.
No, he lost.
No, he died. Every week is look at the nobody who lost. He just actively lost.
Yeah.
Sometimes just hold your L.
By the way, give it a couple hugs. Write love letters to your L and just say, you know what, we embrace it.
But do you know what kills me the most is the L. Like it's not gonna stop. Like Kendrick dropped the album. He's gonna win all the awards. He's gonna perform at the Super Bowl. Like deep into 2025, the L's are gonna keep racking up.
That's what we want. That's what we want.
I don't know why he's fighting.
All he had to do
run away. Why are you fighting?
All he had to do was stay quiet for the year.
Speaking of 2025. What do you think about what Lil Wayne said?
He's a punk as well. You're talking about nobody wants this destruction. A man slept with your missus when you were in jail and you said, no, get out of here, man. He's a punk as well.
Whoa. Oh my.
He's a punk as well.
Why would this Wayne disrespect?
Weezy baby.
Because Oscar, none of this would have happened if your boss Birdman had paid Pharrell's money. None of this would have happened if you had. You're talking about cash
Birdman
money.
And Drake are bigger criminals than Wayne.
But my point is, Wayne is a punk because, apart from the things I said about Drake, you went for about 2 years talking about how Birdman ain't paid you your money. for your deal, and now you're back in his good graces, performing in New Orleans with this guy that was punking you for years. He's a punk.
No, but that's music, though, isn't it?
What do you mean it's music? So now
they all do that. They all do that.
I don't mind.
That Tommy Moore earnings come out, man.
If it's music, let's keep it music. Kendrick Lamar said he's disappointed. He feels he's disappointed you this year. You were talking about destruction. When Birdman said he's not paying you, you didn't open your mouth once. Get out of here.
No, but we all know that you're waiting to go. This other thing, we all know it's kind of all that stuff. You spent how long crying because you didn't get something that you thought? Who told you it was yours? Was it your account? Sorry,
Yeah,
crying.
it
Why are you
was
upset?
never yours.
You and your crackhead looking dreads are crying on the internet because someone else got a gig at a football game. Oh, sorry. I've seen you perform. You're not good. You're not good. You've seen it. Your music bangs. You're a legend. You can't perform and you can barely stand. But that I know you can't see.
Wow.
I know you can't. All the music lean. I know you can't see. No one's trying to see that. No one's trying to.
No one's trying to. We're not really trying to see Wayne.
And the thing is, yeah, he had the cheek to say, "What did I do?" Or more like I'm like paraphrasing when the Kendrick's album dropped. Like, what did I do? You spent months crying, and you're wondering why he might have mentioned it in his song.
But Wayne didn't do anything to Kendrick. Wayne was just upset that he didn't get the team.
No, he was openly crying, saying something was stolen from him.
He was openly trying.
Yeah,
and that's why Kendrick.
But it's like it's me though. Like it's me. Wayne wanted to put on there because he was in New Orleans. He wasn't dissing Kendrick Lamar. He was doing his own thing.
No, he was on it because everyone on his team was saying the exact thing, was going straight at Kendrick, and somehow Jay-Z and
now you know, on this one, I think Oscar's right. You know, because YMCMB was going at Jay-Z.
Rico case, you and your Young Money, all them money people you have, you're all involved.
I mean, I've got an agenda, but it doesn't go that deep.
Mine does.
But I'm with Oscar because they were going at Jay-Z because Rock Nation tried to back off of their responsibility of who gets the Super Bowl. So Wayne in that time was getting onto Jigga. This time around, I'm talking about what he said in response to what my man said in the song, where Kendrick didn't even diss you. He just said, "I'm winning bare, but it feels like I'm a fan of Wayne, but I feel like the way I'm moving, I've disappointed Wayne because for whatever reason, I've got the Super Bowl, and you're not happy that I've got the Super Bowl. Yes, it's in your ends, but because apparently only Nas, and I've forgotten someone else are the only people who supported Kendrick openly in the scene since this thing happened. Yeah. Even Snoop was like promoting Drake songs more than he was Kendrick. And Kendrick was I was proper shocked when I saw Snoop move here. Like Donnies that are meant to be about this life were moving mad this year.
I don't really get that because man did his whole pop-out concert. He had like 30 man on stage with him singing Not Like Us. So he had people supporting him. It's not like Kendrick was on his own here. Like,
no. The people that supported Kendrick were people from the West Coast.
I was going to say who was there.
Yeah, exactly. It was West Coast. It was exclusive.
It was more.
Oscar. Other than Mustard, it was man from round the way.
Oscar,
it was Ken and friends from Compton. That's what it was.
It was
Tyrese from Compton.
It was crazy.
It was Jermaine from down 4th Street.
Didn't Tyler the Creator come out?
But Tyler the Creator is West Coast, no?
He's from the I don't know.
West Coast. No, but that's not the industry supporting Kendrick. That's just his ends. Do you know what I mean? That's just
I don't know. Like what were man supposed to do? Like congratulate Kendrick.
Let's be real. Let's be real. There is a loud majority of Drake endorsers that we know will promote Drake's music on social media, on Twitter, all these other things when Drake puts out music. That's not a bad.
Are you talking about industry or fans?
If you listen to Kendrick's album.
One second, can I just stop the press for 1 second?
No.
For football reasons, have you seen Bayern Munich's hoodie this season? I've just seen Harry Kane on Sky Sports News doing a press conference for the Bayern Munich game this week. My God, carry on.
What the base? Robin, that's the one that I showed you in the basket, and he got sold.
Yeah.
Pete, I tried to buy it this summer. It was sold out.
Also, all I'm saying is
it looks greasy. Oh my god!
No, because all I'm saying, Oscar, is that like I'm not saying that Wayne, Drake.
We have to wrap up, by the way. It's
it's nearly Tuesday, guys. Come on.
I'm just saying, I'm not saying Wayne and Drake and all them man had to like be clapping, doing applause. Like, I'm not saying that. They could just keep quiet. Don't talk. You didn't get it. If you don't say anything, no one's gonna.
Yeah, but if Drake got the Super Bowl and then came out on a song and was like, "Nobody congratulated me," you don't call him soft.
No. There's a difference. That's not.
But Drake is soft though.
Yeah,
he is. But you would say he's soft for specific things.
No. It would be symptomatic of what he already is.
Oscar, deep it. I guarantee you. Look at Oscar.
Now, Oscar, don't do that, man.
Oscar, what I'm saying.
No, because I'm not in denial that Drake is soft. I know Drake's soft, but if somebody does something,
so
like,
if he
I still understand.
If he
I
does,
don't understand Kendrick's point saying nobody congratulated me. People were backing Kendrick this whole week. He won.
I guarantee Oscar. Do you know? I guarantee you. When it was announced, if them lot didn't say anything, Kendrick wouldn't have said anything on that song. It's literally. It's what's the what they say? Chain reaction. Them men don't cry. Nicki Minaj doesn't go on her coke rant. And all these people don't chat and all this nonsense. He doesn't mention.
To be fair, when it got announced, there was more talk of Wayne than there was of Kendrick.
You know what I
mean? Okay.
Yeah.
We will talk Super Bowl.
Let's wrap up, man.
We'll talk Super Bowl. And ain't Beyonce involved as well. So
Robin, what are you doing? Robin, stop it.
I said he might be involved.
Don't bring up the fucking beehive. We'll be here for an hour.
Robin, we better this cover for like an hour and then he makes Beyonce up dead.
Robin's a criminal. He's just trying to keep us away from the football. Listen, guys, who is not that guy?
We mentioned it.
That's how we got here.
We got in the first place.
Okay. On that
or
note,
Steve Cooper, whoever you want.
Coops.
Oh, Coops. Oh, by the way, quick shout out to the love not that guy. VAR, why are you starting a fire in your own office to get you shut down?
Wait,
okay.
Was that real?
Yes.
Okay.
The Premier League actually announced it themselves on their Twitter.
So during this Man United game, VAR just was not happening because they had a fire. So everyone evacuated the building at Stockley Park. They just evacuated the building. So we had no VAR communication. So Anthony Taylor had to call Bruno Fernandes and whoever Ipswich's captain is. I said, by the way, guys, there's a fire at Stockley Park and I've got no communication with them. Play on. Holy smokes!
I wish there was a contentious decision.
I said that this was prime contention for something to go wrong, and there'll be no VAR.
For Anthony Taylor to drop a bollock and not make a decision, please. Let's not do this. The games next week are happening. So not that guy is who? Drake, yeah? Okay. Arbery is not that guy this week.
Like Audrey, you know.
Hey, respect Audrey. You can't even be Audrey. Respect
Audrey. Guys, that wraps up this week's Top 4 podcast. By the way, there's a lot of action. Tomorrow, there's Champions League football. Wednesday, Champions League. Thursday, there's the Conference League as well as the Europa League. Is there a Friday night game? Will this round up the week? Because I know that, for example, Liverpool Man City is on the weekend, which is a huge, huge game, as well as Arsenal traveling to West Ham United. Oscar, who Chelsea got on the weekend?
Chelsea and Villa at home.
Oh, there is Friday night football, people. Oh, there's football on every day from Saturday till next Sunday. There's football every day. We love that, John. We love that. And then don't forget, it's the midweek football as well. So we'll talk about that afterwards. But yeah, Brighton at home against Southampton on Friday. Brentford, Leicester, Palace, Newcastle, Forest, Ipswich, Wolves, Bournemouth, and Arsenal away at West Ham on the Saturday. 1:30 kickoff on Sunday is Chelsea Villa. Also at 1:30 is United Everton, Spurs Fulham, and the 4:00 kickoff is Liverpool against Manchester City. We will be back next week, Monday, for a bumper episode of Top 4 Podcast. Make sure you guys share, like, and subscribe. Like the video now. Like it. Like the frigging video right now.
Yeah, we got Marlon. You guys, subscribe, please.
Yes, subscribe, and we'll be back next week, Monday, 8:00, as per usual. Until then, peace, people. We are out.